Waiting. And the buttons have been pushed. Everybody say hi, 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 hi.
Ahoy!
Welcome back to mlptg, the Bannermanes, episode 126. Duly noted and ignored. But what will happen today? That is for me to know and you to find out. As for what happened last time, Moonplaner.
Last time on the Bannermanes, we had just had an eventful walk down the runway, showing off our duds, showing off our new weapons, and showing up the competition. On the way to the after party, Moonplaner was giving some basic interviews, and the party was being livened up by massive amounts of cake being prepared by Sarsaparilla and the other bellhops, all the way from that place where the bellhops are from. Where are they from?
Belmer.
Belmare, thank you. Let's see. Baxterson was invited inside. He was really happy to be there. Bellhop herself was called upon to give a speech. She kept it short and to the point, and we all praised her for being a mare of humility. Moonplaner found a VIP room where interviews were being given directly to the Daily. He made an appearance there, poked a little fun at the competition, and praised the heck out of Magnifique for doing such fine work. Eugene Mango was also invited in to give interviews, and he was very blatant about his intent to be there, trying to sell his wares. But then Moonplaner discovered that this Eugene Mango was not part of the fight back at the greenhouse and had no idea what he was talking about. Moonplaner found that very strange, and as he goes to leave, he is snatched up by Ivory Drop in her fez, pulling him out of the way. And then a second Eugene Mango showed up out of nowhere, this being the doppelganger who had been impersonating him this entire time. Moonplaner sees that the fake Eugene Mango is following Ivory Drop and the real Eugene Mango, and he signals to the rest of the party that it's time to go back to work.
Wonderful. But
Is there anything else that happened?
I never said. I'll correct just a little bit of that ending there. I never said he was chasing Ivory Drop. I just said he was asking around if they've seen him. You guys haven't seen select 3 people at this particular event quite yet. That's Swift, Jinx, and a certain Buckback have not been spotted at the party quite at this moment. And it seems like they haven't found them either.
Hold on. No, hold on. Hello.
Hello, BCS. We just started.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a little late. I apologize.
Yep, we just did last time on, so you're just in time. All right. So, but we don't. We don't start today from there though. I'm going to shift to a shadier corner of this little crystal ball here, a place where there is only a couple of individuals, namely one who confronts a certain Swift Sail. Mr. Slayer, do you think I'm a fool? Do you take me for one?
Well, with that half-baked plan you concocted, I'm inclined to believe so.
So you do know that this is my business. I thought that I might have to inform you because you like to put your nose in everything, it seems.
Only whenever smells happen to bring themselves right underneath it.
Well, let me make something absolutely clear. You will not interfere anymore, just in case you thought you could get around any little things in our little contract that we wrote up. You understand me? No more of this.
Buckback, I'm not the same lad you were able to twist a hoof on back in Wati. None of me mates are, for that matter, either. I'm not gonna be shaken down nearly as easily.
He squints and looks up and down. If you want to make an enemy of me, you are free to, Mr. Sales. Get into my business again, and we will see about that.
I'm not trying to make an enemy. I'm just correcting justice when I see it go awry.
And he rolls his eyes.
You're not the only one that should be shunned here. I was just as shocked when I heard about what she was trying to do, too. Shame on the both of you.
And he, he raises his beak up a little bit at that. I see. I suppose You did manage to, and he thinks for the word, flummox, yes, the both of us. But I suppose what's done is done, he says. He clicks his cane on the ground a little bit at that. Well, Mr.
Yes,
Slam.
it is. Which means that all that's left is the next bit of business.
Which is?
If you can look immediately past this, we're not quite the fan of The Godfather ourselves, you know.
He perks an ear feather at that. Give me a diplomacy check.
The way I see it, stopping him is justice either way. Even if it just happens to be a tiny bit beneficial to you. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Let's see.
Yeah, and he considers this for a moment. Well, I suppose there's still talks that can be done. But maybe we should probably wait until after we're not going to be missed by masses of people, don't you think?
Aye, aye. If we can very much have a conversation once this ball has concluded, so long as there's no more business here, and he kind of gestures between the two of them.
And he looks left and right. I can say that our business is concluded. I said what I needed to, and I hope I made myself clear regardless. If we are to meet up again, I assume that it would be, and he thinks for a minute, likely in Dakalai.
Your grievances have been noted and unignored for now.
Taps his cane twice. Right. And then he turns around. He starts heading out the door. Wait a little bit after me. Probably go a separate way. Wouldn't be a good look, you see? He twirls his cane a little bit, starts walking out. I'm sure that someone's looking for us.
He's gonna mumble under his breath. Not after that performance on the runway.
yeah.
Very, very quiet.
Yeah. Just like, to himself. And he starts like walking out in that way. You hear him grumbling a little bit too, but much the same way. Like the only thing you really catch after his statement of just like is just like, it's always his friends that snoop around these places. Like just like shaking his head to himself. Eventually he does kind of leave the area, and you are free to as well. The current event's still going on. It's about 11-ish o'clock at this point. The after party's been running for about, I'd say, like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, given the time that it takes to make a cake, I'm assuming. And that's where I flip back to Sir Planter.
And here is Sir Planter.
Hi. You have spotted the the still normally dressed Mango who's asking for Buckback through the crowd. But a lot of the crowd seems to be kind of ignoring him, like he did something abhorrent.
Is this the fake Mango?
The fake Mango, yeah.
Alright. Now, would Moonplanner be aware at this point that this is the fake Mango, or it's just I just saw another Mango and it
You're
felt
free
like
to assume what you'd like, given the information that you've received so far. I don't think anybody spelled it out for you.
Tangent.
Did Tangent tell Moonplanner?
I'm not sure if Tangent knew, did she?
I haven't been here for the past few sessions.
That would explain it.
Okay. Well, Moonplanner finds that very, very strange. He's going to chalk it up to deja vu, but it's worth investigating. He's going to do his survival signals that he taught to the party during downtime and say he's going to keep an eye on something and go follow.
Okay. Tangent's gonna follow you.
Nice.
Are you following with me or just following me?
I'm following you, and I'm going to use most of my senses. What are we tracking? Did you indicate it? hand signals what we're tracking?
Yes.
Okay, I think I have key notes. Let me check. Oh, the game is paused, so I can't pull it up.
Moonplanner would also make sure Fireheart saw the hand signals as well.
Oh yeah, she's caught on.
All right. Is she coming?
Pull up my character sheet. Is it just lagging?
Well, typically when you're following a query, it's not. It's ill-advised to make a big posse going after them if you're trying to be discreet. So she saw them and she promptly went the opposite direction to probably go spy for some other place.
Very professional. Alright, so yeah, Moonplanner is on the trail. He's going to discreetly follow the second one and see where this one goes.
You click my character sheet, but nothing's coming up. Is it? Oh, let me try to reload.
Yep.
Works on my machine.
Give it a reload. Moonplanner and Tangent, when you guys get back in, I need your blind perception checks if you're spying on an individual.
Are they within 30 feet of us?
You are free to be. It's just kind of like theater of the mind right now.
Okay.
We're still at the after
I'm
party,
waiting
right?
for
Yep.
to load in.
After party's still going on.
All of my skills are shown at 0. Oh wait, no, there's just like a whole bunch of blank skills for some reason.
You know what?
There's a whole bunch of blank skills and that are set to 0.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. They've updated
Oh,
things.
let me check.
Yeah, no, like
Maybe that-
they're 0.
I
This is
can't-
all your
Okay.
skills are just the bottom. They just added a bunch of extra ones for some reason.
I see them. Yeah,
Thank
we're
you,
good.
2E updates. You're amazing.
Yeah, maybe that's why I can't bring up my character sheet.
Should be still up there, Tangent.
It says level 17, but when I click it, nothing happens.
Oh, well, yeah. I will fix it in the meantime. I see that is the case. Yeah,
Put my token on the map, and I'll see if I can open it that way.
no, you can't. It's a problem. It's having a problem.
Just Foundry things.
It's just Foundry things. I'll figure it out in the meantime. I'm sorry about
Okay,
that.
Not your
yeah,
fault. It's
I don't
Foundry.
know what my protection is.
I'll fix it in the meantime. Regardless, I'll just for the sake of brevity assume you guys did decent at spying on commoners. I don't entirely think that it's too hard to spy on them per se. But yeah, as you guys are kind of like listen in, there is like I said, like a lot of the people are specifically somewhat avoiding the fake Mango whenever he asks questions. There's a couple of people that are just like, probably more willing enough or nice enough just to be like, hey, he's probably over there, and they gesture somewhere away from them. It's clear that from your sense motives and all that, Moonplanner, that they're probably just just trying to get them away from themselves there.
Let me load it. No, if you reload Foundry.
No, Tangent. It's not bad. It's literally just it's a thing. It's just an error that's occurring on your sheet.
Oh, no one else has this?
I certainly hope not.
Mine looks okay from what I can see.
I will attempt to bring up I will attempt a live fix, but you're gonna have to wait. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'll let you know if it's fixed, BCS. Okay.
All right.
All right, so tailing this character, am I able to keep eyes on, or am I having to follow by rumors?
I mean, like, you just have to keep your eyes on them if you're following them around, but, I mean, after a time, unless you're rolling stealth, they are gonna notice you.
Tangent wants to go invisible.
What was that?
Tangent wants to go invisible.
Oh, you're just going invisible. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
it's one of those things that one of my items does once a day, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Moonplanter will roll stealth. He's not the best at it, but he's been practicing.
Yep, he's been practicing. And one or two folks go by, right? You know, he's just like, "Have you seen this individual?" You know, like that kind of thing. They're still doing them. Blast it! Where is he gone? And then you know they kind of like they kind of seem to like look around and kind of think for a minute. And they most hang on one second, tangent. They most definitely spot you, Moonplanter. And they kind of like meet eyes for a second, and then somewhat promptly they just turn around and exit like this in response.
All right.
Did they see us?
Yes.
He saw Moonplanter.
Oh.
Moonplanter's
Tangent's going to keep on the trail.
Moonplanter's going to keep on the trail as well.
Alright, you follow this individual out, and eventually they kind of seem to be going down. I mean, there's not many dark corners of Kaladai, but, you know,
I want to use my scent ability, which I think is a survival roll.
And like, yes, you're free to. Let me finish explain this out, BCS, really quick. You guys continue following him out to an area where there's likely like no eyes on like a certain area. He rounds the corner very quickly. His pace only picks up when, I mean, he looks back and just sees Tangent with like nose to the concrete. You know, like.
I'm invisible.
Oh, right. You are invisible. That's correct. I mean, Planter, if you're just blatantly following them, you know, like they're just gonna pick up the pace. And they turn the corner.
Moonplanter's going to take to the sky, so hopefully he's not looking up. I think there's enough bright lights to where being up in the dark sky might be difficult to see him.
A little bit. Regardless, they do round a corner, and like as quickly as they did, you go to follow them, and they're gone.
Moonplanter is going to fly down to the ground and make sure he's behind the corner that he went around, and then he's going to roll survival to track him.
Oh, what was that you cut out at the end?
He's going to roll survival to track him.
Go for it.
All right, this is public or private?
Private. Knowledge gathering. You like enter that area and look down on the ground. What's odd is that, I mean, like it's hard to follow. The moment that you kind of like enter that area, it's clear that the place that they were, there's a number of different hoof paw prints, that kind of thing, and you can assume that maybe they either hid their tracks or something. You can't really tell. And you know, if they were trying to hide their trail, they did a damn good job at it.
Extra sneaky. Okay.
Do you have a copy of my character sheet?
I'm working on it, BCS. Hold on. It's gonna take me a little bit. I'm like actively DMing and trying to fix this.
Okay.
Yep.
Do the collective paw prints and hoof prints go in a general direction?
I mean, it's just like a bunch of people. This would be like an area where a bunch of people, probably like a smoking area or something like that, where people have just throughout the day, you know, have conglomerated.
I take 10 on my scent ability and spend some extra time doing it.
And you cannot take 10. Nope, not unless you have the feat.
Alright, this is a survival roll, but I don't know what my survival is. Just a D20.
Well, if Tangent just comes right up, Moonplanter would probably notice.
Well, I didn't roll very good, so it's probably not that good.
Oh yeah, no. Even with mods, I don't think that would yield many more results.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Alright. Well, Tangent is there. Moonplanter is going to try to see if there's is there anyone else in the alleyway?
There's not.
There's not. All right. And he's gone, right?
Yeah, they're just gone.
All right. Then Moon Planner's going to look for secret doors and whatnot. Maybe there's a pathway or some kind of magical hidden doodad that allowed him to just poof.
Another blind. You feel around, you're not seeing anything, no.
Dang. I'm not a fan of this.
See anything magical?
If you have detect magic, maybe.
I do have it. Well, if I had my spellbook to check, but I don't usually change my cantrips because I'm lazy like that.
Electra, you say that, but apparently my rolls are not up to snuff tonight.
I can't
What do I
hear.
say? Oh, in voice chat, yeah.
Oh,
We'll find them.
Do you have detect magic, Tangent?
Electra does, but I think she's still back at the party.
Tangent, do you have detect magic?
I do.
Okay. Will you use it?
Best of my knowledge.
Tangent, will you use it, please?
Yes, I'm using it.
Thank you.
I can't. Is it in the macro? Meanly.
What was that?
Can you post detect magic?
Yeah, well, I know what detect magic
I
does.
can post it.
Yeah, you
Okay.
just, sorry guys, it's just, I'm trying to do, like, two,
Okay.
3 things at the same time here. I'm trying to sort of
Yeah.
focus up here.
Electra will be my backup. She'll post stuff.
Yeah, Moon Planner couldn't find the
30
tracks.
foot
couldn't find the
emanation.
doors, so we're detecting magic to see if something's hidden.
Fair enough. You go to detect magic, and the answer is probably yes, on account of in the area that you're probably detecting there's only like a couple little magical things, and those doodads would be like the lights that like are perpetually lit, those kind of things, but
Okay.
nothing of substance that would just be out of the ordinary.
All right. Tangent. Well, do you have sign language, Moon Planner?
Moon Planner doesn't have sign language, but he does have those survival signals that he taught to the party in the downtime.
Okay. Well, would you understand a signal pushed against your hand? Oh, never mind. Tangent's just going to write you a note. It says no magic.
Okay. I'm guessing a note just appears in Moon Planner's hoof. All right. Well, Moon Planter relaxes a little bit, and he'll go ahead and just speak out loud. All right, this one knew that we were following him, went around this corner, and just disappeared. There's no magic, no prints, no secret doors that I can find.
Do I smell anything unusual? No, never mind. I rolled low.
It makes me think that individual is still here, just hiding.
Oh.
Because his hoof prints are not here. Are there...
Does Mango has wings, doesn't he?
No, he's Earth Bunny.
Oh.
No, he's a bat pony.
Oh,
It's
dirt.
Mango.
Just-
Like,
Of course he is. Of course he is.
yeah.
He is a Leatherwing, yeah. Are there items to hide behind in the alleyway?
No, and it's not so much even an alleyway. It's just like an area where there's no eyes, just that people could see. They literally turned down like the equivalent of a dead end. Nowhere to go but up, technically. They certainly didn't do that. I feel like you would have probably noticed that with your clickies and screes.
Also, I don't think bats are the silentest flyers.
They can be. They're certainly built for it. and just I know I already rolled my perception check, but there's no one in this alleyway. There's no tracks, no sources of magic. Are there any auras hanging behind that might suggest teleportation or something of the like?
Not that you could tell.
What about Tangent with her detect magic?
Detect magic, I don't think it only goes ongoing spells for you and your allies.
Was Moonplanter close enough to where he would have been able to hear a spell being cast if it had verbal components?
That was part of your blind perception. Like, all intents and purposes, like, this is about as sneaky as you'd expect, like no signs, no trace. This is like 777's level.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I've got an idea, but I'm not there.
Speaking of Triple, where are you right now?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I mean, to be honest, wasn't the night ending?
It's like the party's still going. It's probably going to be going realistically to like 1 or 2 a.m. or something before
Oh,
people.
yeah.
But it's only like 11, maybe like 11:30, maybe at 12 at this point. Just searching through things.
He's probably heading off to bed soon, unless like there's somebody who's like, yeah, there's something weird going on here.
Namely asking if you are going anywhere where there wouldn't be any eyes at any part of your walk.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Rather suddenly during your walk, you do hear the voice of somebody who appears rather close by. Hey. And there's Aids.
Huh?
Can you tell your friend to fuck off?
Oh, I gotta go do something. I was making a promise to somebody.
He's being...
Which friend?
He goes to the window and gestures toward Moonplanter and Tangent, who are sniffing around the last place that they saw her.
Hey, Moonplanter!
Oh, fuck you! And then she she runs off. Like...
What are you doing out here?
That's a Triple, real quick, where have you been sleeping? Did you destroy your room?
I have found a replacement, but so to speak.
Loading
apologize. He's gonna just say hi to Moonplanter and Tangent.
Oh yeah, the moment that you call Moonplanter, she just like gives you the equivalent of a middle finger. I'm sure that she can.
Yeah.
like
grapple her.
Yeah, like fucks off. Like
Moonplanter's ears immediately perk up, recognizing Triple's voice. Triple, where are you?
Well, yeah, he wouldn't be hiding from him. He'd make himself very clear and obvious, jumping around.
Probably like a second floor window or something.
Yeah. We might be a story above, and it wouldn't take long for them to bridge the distance. What are you guys doing?
Is this some kind of gag? Are you disguising yourself as Eugene Mango just to have me follow you out here?
Oh no, he said, pointing the general direction of where Eights was. That's one of Buckback's operatives, I think.
Moonplanter looks in the direction. Is there anything over there?
I mean, if there was, wherever he's gesturing, there doesn't seem to be things. It's one of those things where, Triple I, you'd probably be a lot more familiar with the idea that, if you don't want to be seen, some people can make themselves not be seen, and that's pretty much what happened. Like,
See that window over there? That window wasn't open before. That's where she went through. I don't think she wants to be followed right now. And technically, if we mess with her, we'd be messing with Buckback's business, which unfortunately would trigger that dumb thing.
Moonplanter's... Go ahead, Triple.
Oh, no, that's it.
Moonplanter's ears will fold back. Well, that one is disguised as Eugene Mango. I don't know if you were aware of this, but there's 2 Eugene Mangos running around. Apparently, that one was the one that was with us at the greenhouse fighting with us, because the real Eugene Mango has no memory of it whatsoever.
Oh, this entire time. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, we should probably tell everyone, because if there's anything funny going on, that would probably prevent it. A disguise isn't so useful once the gig is up.
All right. Well, even though it's Buckback's business, is that one dangerous? Do we need to worry about it?
Not really. I don't think she'd be that dangerous.
Okay. Well, credit where credit is due. She's probably as sneaky as you are.
What are you trying to say? No, I'm way better than that.
Well, she's comparative to you at least.
Who's
Oh,
the
yeah,
sheep
that's-
in this case?
The fake Eugene Mango.
Wait, it's a girl?
Apparently so.
Yeah, it is actually
No.
a girl. And he would just give a basic description of Crazy Eights and be like, yeah, that's her, and she's disguising as Mango, and for some reason has not thought it prudent to change the disguise.
Well, Ivory Drop grabbed a hold.
Tangent looks shocked.
Ivory
Sorry.
Drop grabbed a hold of the real Mango, pulled him out of the party pretty quickly. So
Bad.
that one, the Buckback agent, was asking around trying to follow them, so I tailed her. She spotted me around to this corner and then just up and disappeared.
What's got you worried about it? I think Buckback's just trying to do reconnaissance around here at this point.
Well, if it is Buckback's work, I'm not going to dig any deeper into it. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a big threat. It is something that made my instincts go off. That's why I followed.
He did one weird thing. There's this, well, you know Lisa, right? She was trying to force her into some kind of weird marriage so she could steal her family's fortune. That's the only thing she was up to. And she put an end to it. It's not really that interesting, other than the fact that, she did it. But, yeah, that's it.
Oh. Seems like you did a lot of recon work.
Well, it's really all I can do. To be honest, I'm kind of missing the outside world again. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Well, there's plenty of cake left back at the party if you want to step in and relax for a bit.
If I eat anything more than like this much, and he makes a very small portion size, I start getting sick and my stomach hurts.
Oh, you just need to exercise more. Yeah, if you put in all that extra energy, all you got to do is burn it off.
Yeah, let's see what I can do after this. But first, I have to actually run back to the apartments. Somebody wanted to do something with me, or hotels. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be back at the party if you need us.
Okay.
All right. Moonplanner will start making his way back to
For
the
some
party.
cake.
Yeah, Tangent Moonplanner back to the party to get some cake.
She was talking to you. She said, hunkering for some cake?
I am, yeah.
You know what kind of cake it is?
No idea, but apparently Sarsaparilla put her heart and soul into it, so it can't be too bad.
It's
If it's anything like her drinks, I'm
with
willing
our
to try
party?
it.
What was that, Tangent?
Oh, it says duck stole with our party?
Yeah, she's probably playing music for people, going around and she's probably drinking a little bit, and she's.
Well, I see where I am now.
What was that?
Duck drinks.
I see where I am on the map now. I had to zoom way in.
No, she didn't before, but she's certainly doing it now.
Drunk duck.
Huh, that's weird. I can't rotate my character either.
Yeah, I'm
She
working on it,
seems-
BC.
I guess Electro will see Duck with a drink. She seems more forward now.
A lot more fun.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird.
And then, you kind of overhear as you're talking about this, just like, and then I said, "You're gonna be my friend, and I don't care what you say." And people clap for her or something. She's been telling a rousing story about.
Definitely the same old Duck, though.
Just a lot more wild.
And I have to ask, Swift, are you going in that direction as well, or what's Swift doing?
Yeah, I was just about.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, well, do you want to go ahead and show up at the party, or do you just want to head back, or just walk around?
And she kind of thinks for a little bit. I think that it would be good to make at least an appearance.
Then so we shall. Plus, everyone else is there, and I bet they're confused.
And she nods. A bit. That was quite a thing, she says.
Yeah, I think I outdid myself on that one. He looks a little bit proud.
Yeah, she bumps. She does like the side bump. Bump.
Of course, it couldn't have been done without you.
Oh, and she smiles. You know, honestly, I think it's that little speech that just pushed me over the edge, she says, giving like a little bit of a wink. You know, I'm not sure if that, what's her name? Ravine knew what hit her.
Oh my goodness, you're sending me back. It was an hour ago and you're sending me back. Come on to the party before I get distracted.
Yes. And of course, making his fashionably late but grand entrance nonetheless, comes Swift. Swift, as you do enter the party with Jinx, the people who are still there at the party, now somewhat alcoholed in some respects, you still get a rousing applause from everybody as you enter.
He'll give a big grin and he'll just kind of wave and smile to as many people as he can.
Yes. And every, like, you know, you probably hear some of the other, like, party goers, the ones that seem to be speaking a little bit more candidly after their drinks, like, you know, just being like, he's a shoo-in. Mr. Swift is a shoo-in for best of show this year, surely. And then, like, another person, like, bumping him. No, it's gonna be Sarsaparilla. You watch it. No, it's that Jinx one. Look, she's right cute. Like, you know, like one of them, not Thumbtack, but one of them in the crowd. Like,
Thumbtack. That's Thumbtack.
I can see him shouting that.
And you know, like, there seems to be some buzz in the air about, well, who is the Crystal Dragon there going to choose?
Tell you what, I didn't quite expect Sarsaparilla to give you put up that kind of performance.
Right.
That had me right stunned. I have to admit.
And she's just like, yeah, she kind of like seems to be on that same page. Like, yeah, that was, you know, I really just didn't think she had it in her. Like,
what is this giant cake doing here?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
why is it hollow?
Don't worry about it.
I've got a better question. When
Is
are you eating it yet?
there a little thumbtack in the cake?
No, but it's a very sarsaparilla shaped hollow in that cake.
Yeah, what went on here?
Just a little Odyssey present for all of you.
Oh, more gifts?
What kind of cake is it?
Coconut.
Oh, I hate coconut.
Oh.
I love it.
It's not that great.
Okay, hang on. Who the fuck here is dissing coconut? You guys got bad taste.
That's a good question.
I love coconut.
See, there we go. One good.
Coconut flavoring is okay. Coconut milk is alright. Just the flakes, they're all chewy and they make this weird sound when I bite them.
You make this weird sound when people squeeze you.
It's crunchy in the soft. It's good.
Gun-cooked onions.
Not in cake. And Electra tries to grab a slice.
Dig up. Probably made way too much.
Yeah, I'll try a piece. I don't want to seem too rude.
Is there anything else to eat besides coconut cake?
You know, you could, well, who was it that had that one spell that it could actually change the flavor of food?
Everybody.
Anyone
Everybody
with
has
prestidigitation. But I think there's also, I mean, there's other things. There's like probably sandwiches and hors d'oeuvres.
Oh yeah, 100%. Hors d'oeuvres are going around. I think I mentioned that actually in the box text last time. Like, 100%. Like they're dishing them out. They're all you have to do is just wave down one of the bell mares. Really, like Jane, Jean, Janice. They're walking around with little plates of.
Andon is gonna wave down bellhop.
Yo, what's up?
Nice.
Can you get me some hors d'oeuvres?
Some of what?
Hors d'oeuvres.
How do you
Hors
pronounce it again? How do you pronounce it again? How do you spell it?
Hors
Because I
d'oeuvre.
want to look what it.
It's pronounced
Hors
hors
d'oeuvres.
d'oeuvre.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. French word.
Ah, fucking French.
It's
It's
always the French.
It's always the French.
French, Italian,
yeah.
same thing.
No, okay, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Here, I got
Ah.
spelling for you.
Here.
I have fixed
Knock your-
tangent. Sorry, let me. Finally.
Anyway, knock yourself
Okay.
out. Yeah.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Horse d'oeuvres. Yeah.
It's not working.
Hang on. Try it now.
There it goes.
Okay.
What was what broke it?
A lot of JSON editing. that
Wait,
I've been
why
doing
have I
the last 5
landed?
minutes.
Damn it, Jason. You fuck everything up.
Oh, that was when I went underground. Okay, never mind.
All right. But yes, you take some cakes. You're looking at some hors d'oeuvres. What you'd notice is that one of the bellmares is probably getting exceptionally like annoyed, because like they come out of the kitchen, right? They have this whole plate of hors d'oeuvres, and then like by the time they get out to the thing, like nobody has taken anything, like visibly from the crowd. They get out there and like half of them are gone.
What?
It's usually the ones that involve some kind of fruit,
Thumbtack?
probably.
I think somebody's been stealing more than just paintings.
Are there any mango orders?
Mango orders? Oh, yes, certainly. There's a crowd of bat ponies here that are probably following that particular waitress around.
Moonplaner frowns at his kins not being able to control their base instincts. They can't just wait. What about Ghost Reaper pepper hors d'oeuvres?
Ah, you're not sure about the Ghost Reaper pepper. You look around, give me a blind perception here. See what kind of peppers you do find. Oh yes, you do in fact find one smaller platter of something that they seem to have prepared for the... Now that everybody kind of realizes that there's a ghost at the party, they have indeed made some ghost pepper hors d'oeuvres. They're semi-translucent.
Mm-hmm. Or...
No, yes.
That's not what I was. Hors d'oeuvres. That's
Shut up, Adon.
That's stupid.
that's not what I was looking for.
I'd imagine
Are
like you spy like a waitress probably carrying it, and then you realize that it's just Ord taking the whole fucking platter. Like, oh yes.
Hey, I'm still serving at the party.
Yeah.
I'm still undercover.
True.
Do we have anything spicy? That's what he's looking for.
Yes, there's certainly some spicy things around.
Moonplatter, do you want me to grab you a bottle of the real stuff from the kitchen?
Real stuff.
All
I
I
mean,
heard
yeah.
knows for the fruit to find thumbtack.
There's
Yeah, you got
There-
the real
there's-
stuff. I'll take it.
there's probably I'll have to check, but there's probably something real spicy in that kitchen, guaranteed. Give me a second. I'm gonna roll a perception check for that. See if we fucking find the spiciest sauce to spike
Yes.
the hors d'oeuvres with. Hang on, this is up. I gotta put it to blind. There we go.
Fantastic. Let me just pull up something here. I could totally probably get you some things. Here we go. You start looking around for the good stuff. And there's some things in the making right now, Bellhot. Things that like normally wouldn't be like made, but given the advent of Kieran's and around it's just.
What did he mean by this?
Don't worry about it. They do they do have you see some abyssal hot wings, like probably in the making. Some little dumplings, the Inferno dumplings, and perhaps a whole pot of dragon's breath chili.
No, oh, mm. No. I'm looking for the sauce. I just want the sauce.
The sauce.
He's looking for sauce.
I need the sauce so we can dump it on some stuff, some mangoes for Moon Planner.
Yes.
I'm actually not opposed to that. That sounds okay.
They do have a sauce here called it's Blink Dog Chutney.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Blink Dog.
Blink Dog Chutney, yes. And you could give me a crafting check to learn about it. How
Craft-
about that?
I haven't heard
Crafting
of
check.
Blink Dog since like D&D
All right.
Monster Manual 1 first edition.
Are there any? Oh, why was that? Oh, sorry, that wasn't supposed to be public. Let me try it again. Also, are there any syringes nearby?
Syringes?
I'm going to try a new recipe. Don't worry about it.
You don't find any syringes?
I think he's trying to put it inside a thing. So
yeah.
Do you mean like the basters, like those kind of like this? There's basters where you just suck up something.
Look,
and put it in.
I am trying to make mango pina poppers.
Gotcha. Well, that crafting check would certainly allow you to do that. There's plenty of materials around to be able to achieve that sort of thing. Both the toolage, both the various types of sauces. There's fire elemental essence. There's one that just says dragon's blood on it.
There's toolage, but is there boolage?
Sounds hot.
Boolage. Moon's out, goon's out.
You do you start going to go make this stuff, and partway through you probably starting to make these mango peppers. She enters the scene, of course, the health inspector, and she just seems to be watching your process here. She's just standing there menacingly.
All right, we found the combat.
Evening, ma'am. Evening, ma'am.
Pretend I'm not here.
Okay.
She will regret this later, I'm sure.
Look, this is special order. Don't worry about it. It's off the menu.
I don't mind. Just continue as you are.
Yay.
You start.
You start.
Why is
there flaily fear? This supposed to flaily.
You start you just continue doing what you're doing, and every other thing that you do, literally picking up the baster or something, or picking up anything with your hooves, or just anything like that, right? Every little thing. She goes, and then writes something on her fucking clipboard.
I gotta wash my hooves at every passage just to be sure.
Yeah. You wash her hooves. She goes over to the soap. She looks at the soap bottle, and then she writes something down,
So wait, are these things ready?
Oh yeah, you get them ready. They look impeccable.
Okay. Yep. I'm gonna offer one to her. Taste test it.
Offer one to Moon Planner?
No, to the health inspector. Yeah. Then Moon Planner. But first, we gotta see if it passes the health inspections.
Yes. Fair enough. She looks at the pepper, and kind of considers it for a minute. Taste it. She considers just for a moment. This is, and she drops her clipboard and runs from the room.
Oh.
That poison will do just fine.
Those in the party room, you guys see the health inspector run out looking for the nearest glass of water.
The Kieran, Kieran upset about spicy food.
That's
He's
really
gonna
hot.
kill Moon Planter.
All right.
If you're taking one Moon Planner, I'm gonna need a Fortitude save against Bellhop's class DC.
What is my class DC? Oh yeah, there we go. brought you some special recipe just invented.
Special recipe.
Mangapina poppers.
How does it smell?
Smells like mangoes.
If you had nose hairs, they're not there anymore.
All right. Well, yeah, Moon Planner bites down.
All right.
What is my class to see? How do I check that one?
Should be on the left-hand banner.
I think that fails.
Oh my god! Wait, investigator class DC?
Yup. 32.
Well, guess it's exactly 32.
Nice, nice. You've met the DC. Holy shit.
Yes.
Yeah. Juggernaut.
Juggernaut bumps that up to a
Yeah.
critical success. Yes.
Yeah. And that's still
What
being
juggernaut?
Juggernaut, if you roll a success on a fortitude save, it becomes a critical success.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's with a -2. I'm still bouncing back from being dead.
That'll put some tufts on your chest.
Yeah, Moon Planner, he looks like he's about to tear up, but then he's like, but not this leather wing, and then he sucks it back in.
Perfect.
That's,
You should
that's got some kick to it.
have
That's what
seen
changes.
You should have seen the health inspector. Boy, really did a number on her.
I saw her. She was running out of the building.
I hadn't
a
even
whole
actually
flavor.
rolled her fucking fortitude save yet. I should do that now.
Yeah.
Look, I don't think she's really that high of a level.
It's still a good roll.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
That's a critical failure. Yeah, no, this checks out.
It's a failure.
No, it's 10 below the DC.
Oh.
Unfortunate for her. Yeah, Moon Planner gives you a nod of approval, and he says, I'll take a whole plate of those. Those are great.
Oh, there's 20 of them here.
Oh, fantastic. And he's gonna pull out 2 gold coins and give you a tip.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, yeah, don't sir me. We work together.
Look, so protocol. Gotta maintain it, at least for the time being.
Yeah, Moon Planner goes to look for the rest of the party. Hopefully, Fireheart's there with him.
Yes.
He's like, hey, everyone, I brought something in from the kitchen. Made special order.
Whoa.
Oh.
Those look really good.
Oh, I wanna see Penguin try this shit.
How good is the cake?
I don't know, but I got these hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, it was damn fine. I think they rolled a nat 20 on it last time and they made it.
If it's anything like this cake, I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
Electra, Fireheart, Jinx, why don't you 3 try them first? Tell us what you think.
Sure.
Oh, okay. I guess I won't eat one then.
Oh, and Ophi, I apologize. I didn't see you there.
Jinx picks 2 of them up and hands one to Swift.
Namely, I think you missed it, but Tangent was looking for Thumbtack.
Right. Give me your blind perception, Lath.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me. I completely forgot about that. I heard you say that and then meant to go back.
Well, I typed it. I'm thinking that maybe.
Oh, I walk around my room when I DM. I'm not always looking at the screen here until dice rolls are needed.
Dice roll.
People
There
grab
you
one
go.
too.
Ah, yes. You spy the little lad. You probably pick up like a little strawberry that he's on.
Okay.
One of those little fruit skewers. Oi!
Did you steal all those hors d'oeuvres with the berry?
They're free. It's not stealing if they're free, Tangent.
You were being a little greedy mouse, weren't you?
I'm not being a little greedy mouse.
How
I'm not a
many
mouse.
of
Oi!
them-
What?
How many of them did you eat?
And he like gives you like he just sticks out his tongue at you.
I grab him by the tail and shake him.
It's just like very cartoonish. Just drops the strawberry back on the little skewer on the platter. And like you start seeing like some in his bag, like his bag of holding, like, probably like opens up and like several more just start shaking out of his bag.
Wouldn't they rot in there? Is he like a squirrel? Does he just hoard them until they rot?
There's no air in a bag of holding, so.
Oh, okay.
It's like video game logic. The refrigerator of D&D.
Oh, alright. Because I had a horrifying, like, vision of him with, like, a rotted bag of strawberries.
More than typically, like, after 10 minutes, whatever the thing is this in the state in, that's probably what it comes out like. Probably.
Carrying around rotted food sounds more like a grot thing.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this that I was handed?
Oh, Bellhop made it. She...
Bang up in your pockets.
I am pretty peckish. I can't start scarping down only cake now.
I really suggest the Kieran try him first.
Yep, I grabbed one. I threw out my save.
All right. See.
Let's
Electra
see
will put
here.
down her cake and also try some.
I want to see some funny nat ones. Come on.
Does this need to be public?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Private?
32 is your DC.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, Jinx.
Oh my God, Jinx.
Oh no.
My mage armor actually helps me. Hilarious.
Like all the Kierans bite into the peppers here, and Jinx is trying to look as like
Fireheart.
Oh yes, and Fireheart. Forgot hers. Let me roll hers before I do this. Sacred Screens. That was the one. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh,
She made it.
Everybody but Jinx.
Yeah, like she's looking at you, Swift, like she's trying to stay stone faced. Like this is nothing. Like you could tell it's spicy just from the smell of it, right? Like, you know, hot wings still hold a smell to them and all that.
Oh,
same,
yeah.
Same with this. So like she's trying to be stone faced because it's clear that, you know, this was made with that intent. The only thing is, like, as she is remaining so, that stony face starts to break. And you just see like a single line of sweat down her face, and you just start seeing like the flickering of Neric fire like around her ears.
oh dear.
I have a live picture of Jinx right now.
It's
Yeah. More or less. That is Jinx. Like single tears rising up. You gonna try yours, Sailor? Like,
I've never been the biggest fan of spicy food.
you better try it. Like,
It's got a really sweet and crisp after flavor with the mangoes. It's just that initial kick in the gut. You got to get that. It's worth it.
she's
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's spicy, all right.
That
That's a
Karen
nice-
can't hold her mangoes.
Nice chaser for the cake, if you ask me.
I'm trying to deceive, I guess, because I succeeded.
Oh yes. No, like she's like, show off. Like she's, like doing that
No,
thing.
she's-
Haha, this is
no.
so tough, guys.
No,
this
he's-
is so hot.
Swift is like trying to make it seem like it's hot to him too. He's not trying to
Oh.
mock her.
Gotcha. No, yeah,
He's like-
gotcha. She like it does bring a smile to her face, but still, it's like the smile, but
Come on, let's go find a glass of milk.
please. Like,
You know, maybe we should taste test this or no. Other people. Just saying.
I think it's already been tested, but if you want to
No,
pull a prank, I'm in.
No. That's not it. Look, you guys are probably some of the. How do I say this in game? Because the fucking fortitude of you guys is pretty fucking high compared to a regular person.
What?
Regular people would fucking die over this shit.
Oh, I guess.
So you want to kill somebody with your cupcakes?
No, look. First of all, these are not cupcakes. Maybe I just like spicy a little bit too much. You know, Mr. Hop always just prepares it. He likes the spicy stuff, so after a while, I just ended up getting used to it.
Jinx's hoof goes icy, and she mutters a spell really quick, and then just under her tongue.
You alright?
Uh-huh.
Would you like another one?
Uh-uh.
I'm gonna tss her hoof too.
Nice.
Well, I think they're delicious.
Let me have a taste of that.
Queen Kleiner has another one.
Oh.
All right. Before we burn those beautiful taste buds off, maybe we should go say hi to some of the, some of the higher ups around here. Meet new faces, and I'm speaking just to Jinx.
Yeah. And she hands up. We should do that.
Oh, that reminds me. Fireheart, I think I found a new Bannermanes recruit. I wanted to run him by you before we send him up to Brashville.
And she kind of like thinks for a minute. New recruit?
Yeah, you remember Bronzehorn, the one that arm wrestled me on stage?
Certainly.
Yeah, he's got a lot of courage. I think with the right training, he'd do very well.
Well, I would have to run it by Amden if he is to join the Sacred Skeins.
Well, I was thinking send him out to Brashville.
Oh.
Because he wanted to go to the toughest organization we've got, and that's who I thought of.
Well, they are free to they're free to go in that direction, but unfortunately, I have no jurisdiction, and neither does Amden over that particular chapter.
Right, because we're all a bunch of city-states.
He pushes up her glasses. Though, if you want to get their main stitch, we do know him. I believe he is technically in Lati right now, helping with the reconstruction efforts, Mr. Bradley Fastener. She says, giving you exposition.
And what are the Brashville Bannermanes called?
Brass tacks.
Brass tacks. Yeah, sorry. I was just about to say that. I was like, I just got blanked. Brass tacks.
Well, he sounded interested, and he might do well. Maybe I should run it by Ord first. She knows the brass tacks better than anyone else.
It is true. She's wandering around with her ghost peppers and giant teddy bear.
Right.
Hard to miss her.
I'll go find Bronzehorn and take him over to Ord.
Yeah. You find him, take him back over to Ord, and he gestures toward Ord once he spies her. Is this her?
This is her.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Wait, what?
He extends hand of a minotaur, extends out to you, Ord.
Do I look like a dude to you?
And he squints.
Why are you calling me brother?
I can't tell. Like, he's just squinting, and he kind of tilts his head a little bit.
Oh, well, if you notice by the way she is dressed and the way her hair's done up very nice, this is clearly a female. Yeah, you'll pick up on it once you start hanging around ponies more often.
Very well. And
I'm squinting hard.
He's still got his hand out. He's still ready to shake your hoof.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, it's a very firm handshake. It's the kind that if there was actual fingers on your hoof, it would be the kind that would crush your hand.
Hang on a second. I got to roll in athletics for this.
Is this the first Minotaur we've seen?
It's important that I roll the athletics because remember ghost form. I gotta roll the athletics to interact with the.
Oh yes, I'll take your first one.
Okay.
Reveal. There you are. And I mean, yeah, you have a much firmer handshake. You kind of pull him. Whoa!
Don't get fooled by the disguise.
Yeah, and he kind of looks at the hoof more than anything, because I mean, holding the hoof of a ghost is pretty cold. Negative energy and all that, right? Same as chill touch. It's just a cloud of cold, effectively. And he's kind of looking at that. Are all ponies like this?
The toughest ones are.
Just Brashville people.
And he kind of leans over to Moon Planner. You could definitely hear this Ord, but he's speaking in this level of a whisper, just do all the Bannermanes there have to die?
No, absolutely not.
Okay then.
As a matter of fact, we work very hard to avoid that. What should be noted about Ord is that she fought valiantly to free Wati. There was a dragon up there that had overthrown the entire city. Have you heard this story?
And he kind of thinks for a little bit. I live under a rock, he says, like more like an admitting sort of thing. Don't get much pony news.
Well, it was this grand epic of a tale that happened just a few months ago. The city of Wati had been completely overrun by a dragon named Heatfang. We managed to kill him and all the kobold armies, and Ord was instrumental in overthrowing that. And yes, she is dead, but you can say death doesn't hold a Bannermane down.
And
She's-
he looks mightily impressed by this story.
So you want to talk about being tough? The brass tacks, the Brashville Bannermanes, they're as tough as they come. And Ord was one of their members.
Oh yeah. No
I
diplomacy
don't know,
check
Moon
needed.
Planner. He lives under a
Wait.
rock. That sounds pretty dangerous to me.
Well,
Wait.
not really a rock. It's more of like a maze. Yes, a maze. That's the one.
Wait, what do you mean was?
Yeah.
Maze. I get it.
And he is a minotaur.
Yeah.
Why don't they put rocks in mazes?
What?
To build the wall.
ROC.
Well, a maze is a little hard to fly in, especially if, you have to have a really big maze to fit something like a rock in your maze.
They should put all of the rocks in mazes.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can see his point. A rock flying around the maze is probably be impossible.
Exactly.
But Ord, Bronzehorn here was contemplating joining the Bannermanes. I wanted to see if you think you could give him a recommendation to Bradley Fastner.
Oh, for sure. Actually, we do have somebody else in here. Where's Chauffeur? Haven't seen him in a while. He could also vouch for him.
Oh, Chauffeur is here?
I don't think he's at this party. There's still another day to get to.
I just heard it was
This
coming.
party is a lot. This after party is a lot more exclusive.
Yeah.
No, of course, but there's been a huge fuss about him dancing with what's her name, Sarsaparilla.
Man, I didn't even know he was here. I haven't seen him this entire weekend.
It either.
All right. Well, Fireheart says the main Stitch Fastener is currently up in Wadi with the rebuilding efforts. So, Bronzehorn, if you were interested in joining the Brass Tacks, I think if you were to travel your way up to Wadi and volunteer there, you'd be able to prove your strength, and then they can start your training once you make it back to Brashville.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right. How much gold you got on you?
That's for me to know and you to find out, he says.
I'll find out how much a ticket costs to get you up to Wadi and get right to work.
Can do.
All right.
No, we could also get just Penguin to teleport him there.
He's fresh out of teleports today.
Well, today, yeah, but
This is just for one recruit. This
true,
is so minuscule.
true. Look, he learned the spell. Now he gotta use it.
We already. I'm just gonna roll diplomacy to meet people. I'm not gonna roleplay it out because
Yeah, okay. I guess it is a bit convoluted, but we're recruiting new banner.
yeah, I know. One NPC.
Now, as you start kind of like asking around, time ticks on. Swift, you guys, you and Jinx kind of went out to go meet some of the other people, right?
Yes.
Generally speaking, like, it's not hard for you at all to find the people that want to talk, because everybody wants to talk to you too. Everybody. All things considered, it's just sorting through, maybe a little bit more of the meaningful conversation and stuff that it's more like the hard part. There is like a lot of minuscules like here and there, and quite frankly, it's like you even get some requests for autographs, all things considered. Yeah. Several things here and there, even like some people asking if you could autograph their clothing. And it isn't until about like 12, 15-ish, a little bit before that, that like Jinx's ears perk up. She kind of like looks in her bag, and she gives you like a nudge, and like, you know, like a nudge and a head nod to like the exit, where there's like less eyes, less ears, like that kind of thing.
Well, then I will politely excuse myself from whichever conversation I'm in the middle of, and head out to an exit with her.
Yeah. Away from some ears, she kind of just... And she looks a little worried. It did the thing again.
I figured it would. I don't know what to do about it right now.
Okay, I just wanted to let you know, she says, like, looking at her bat again.
Yeah, I know, I don't have... Trust me, I'm just as upset as you might be, not having the answers for it.
I am gonna kick that robot's ass if this is some big fucking prank, she says.
Oh, for her sake, it best not be.
And then, you know, there's like probably like a moment where she goes in for the hug, takes a deep breath. Oh boy.
Let's not worry ourselves about it now. Let's just keep having fun, meeting some new faces, and you know, it's a long countdown. We'll find out exactly what it is when we're out of here.
And that seems to have reassured her, and she smiles. Okay.
And they can return to the party.
Yes. Triple, I haven't heard from you from a while.
Yeah, you haven't. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know.
He's just been slinking. What's he doing with all those drugs out there?
He went back to the rooms. Like I said, he was gonna go do the painting stuff with Lisa.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And he's in his room now. All things considered, I mean, the rest of the party is just as you'd expect a party to be. The odd thing, Swift, is that like the Crystal Dragon is here. She is at the party. She hasn't done much to interact with you. Like, she's not like giving you the cold shoulder or anything. It's just she doesn't seem to have noticed you, if that makes sense, which is odd.
I would doubt that she hasn't noticed me. I've been all over this party already, twice.
Oh, definitely.
She's just... Well, I suppose I'll go say hi then.
And
so I'll go walk up to her.
Oh, yes. And she... I mean, like... It'd be rude not to acknowledge you at this point. Right?
Hi, Madame Koinor.
Mr. Slayer?
This is, quite the after part. I can't say I've really been to anything ever like this, but that's been the same for the last 2 days.
It is quite the event. Make any new connections?
Hey, a few new faces here. We had a show to put on, and we're starting to see just how much that show is appreciated in your city.
And she kind of nods. I'm sure that a lot of the fashioneers around the city have already started manifesting wonderful new ideas for next year's ball. Usually events like this spark so much creativity in everyone.
Well, I just wanted to come by and, say hello. You seemed a little bit quiet over here, but...
long night, she says with a small smile.
Well, hopefully, whatever is making it so long can be corrected for next year, so we don't have the same causes.
And, She kind of like blinks. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm just surprised that that bat pony individual is hanging around here. She kind of like looks over your head to see if he's still here. He's not in the room currently, but
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Mango. All the way from Bleakburn.
all the way from Bleakburn, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yes, he didn't seem to care too much about his criticism. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He can keep it up. Stay humble.
Well,
Probably won't be leading to any many more trouble this year as far as gang-related activities are to be considered.
oh, that's good to hear. She says with, like, she kind of nods. Oh yes, those. Yes. She takes she reaches down, she picks up a goblet and sips it, like to fill that silence.
Yeah, it must be good. Must be very happy for you, considering you being the such high position in the city to know that there's less trouble to be had.
Oh yes, I am exceptionally happy for that.
Good. You have a big smile and
Yes. Cammy
a
is
bow.
Cammy is like at the same table as the Crystal Dragon. She's just been kind of like looking between the two of you having that conversation. Huh. She's like, I didn't realize you guys got along so well. Like,
The sapphire of Whitewater and the diamond of Kalidai. What else would you expect?
and she kind of like, hey, and she looks to, like, she taps the quill. Stitch, write it down. And the like little quill pops up and starts scribbling, scribble. And she kind of like looks over. Well, I mean, this little tidbit of information is certainly a positive spin that some things needed after today, she says with a nod. We missed you at some of the interviews, so good to see you're still around, and the festivities haven't. And she thinks like, I haven't worn you out too much.
No, I'd say that gave me a full second wind. I'm looking forward to seeing whatever your next article is, Miss Cammy.
Well, there's probably going to be a fairly big one on the, she thinks for a minute, second issue of tomorrow. We had to push back the auction issue to tomorrow mornings, she says with like a little bit of a thought. So, business as usual. All of the rich people, she says, a little bit of an eye roll, just like, she says that, and then like a couple people at the table, they laugh like, oh, you know, like, as you do. And all the rich people do tend to like to hear how people have spent their money, one might say. So, gotta get that issue out. They always ask for it, so gives a little bit of a shrug.
Well, I'll look forward to it either way. I'm going to step back out. If you have any more questions for me, feel free to come approach.
She gives you like a little like Kieran just half salute, right? Like, aye, Captain.
Great. He'll give a half salute, a wink, and then he'll turn back to the party.
All right, party. It has been a party. All things considered, aside from generalized NPC interactions, things like that. Not sure if there's anything else you guys want to do, any exploration activities in this time, but now's the time to speak now or forever hold your peace. Otherwise, eventually, the party will wind down at around 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Let's go to bed.
Yep, nobody's tired.
Back to your various hotels. Ladies and gentlemen, you can push the bed icon so we can advance to day 3.
Aye. What a day. Hey, let's see your room.
Like you said, you asked Jinx?
Yeah.
She smiles. Well, and she probably whispers it in your ear. Yes, yes. She whispers things into your ear that I could totally pull a description of after session. But
Okay.
yes,
I didn't know. I thought
Sorry.
you had one for her
Yeah.
already.
I think I do somewhere, so I didn't have that up right here in front of me. Actually,
Never mind then. Just
yeah.
continue on. Continue on, please.
Yep. You guys push your bedtime icons. Wonderful, wonderful. And by the time the morning arises, all of those wonderful lights get drowned out by the sun. So we're back to business as normal. As in the
I wonder
morning.
what would happen if somebody decided to take a little nap inside the dome.
They'd be roasted.
It's only one way to find out.
You know, if all the ovens in the kitchen fail, we could probably dump a bunch of chicken right there under the dome and just take it.
Oh my
in the
god.
phantoms.
Yeah, no, it's a magnifying glass in there, I'm sure. But morning eventually comes, and you guys probably stayed up till like 1, 2 a.m. before all this kind of went down. Save for Triple. So I would say Triple, you're probably the first one awake. Followed by other people as bellmares probably go to your door. And they knock, ask if you guys want some things for breakfast. You know, they have a generalized menu. Various breakfast foods from oatmeals to fruits to, you know, morning brunch style breakfast things. Things like what they kind of had prepared. You guys eventually order whatever you're going to order, I'm sure, if anything. And it isn't too long before, you know, just like the previous morning, your dailies start to change. And I ask, as you guys get your food, are you guys meeting up anywhere? Are you guys reading these in your own?
Let's go to cafe.
You going back to cafes?
I'd like to be with the party.
Nice.
Get another moon platter.
Nice.
Cafe's cafe.
Cafe.
That seems the tradition.
Do be quite the tradition, yes. So you guys head down to Cafe's Cafe. Wherein, of course, Cafe is just waiting there. She's got all the drinks that you guys have previously ordered. She seemed to have memorized the order. Or like the preferences. Sit down. We got a new one today. And like you guys look at the changing magazine to see the newest cover of the Daily.
You're too kind.
Yes. Day 2, issue 3. Tangent Nights.
Tangent Nights.
Oh, it's not showing up yet.
Oh, it'll show up in a second.
Oh boy.
Beautiful work, Tangent.
All right. Yes, Day 2, issue 3. And, of course, the Tangent Nights article. This one, there's 2 big articles. One, of course, called Tangent Nights, and one called Unveiling the Apex of Fashion. Which one were we reading
Tangent
first?
Nights.
Yeah.
Tangent Nights.
Tangent Nights. All right.
Oh, so maybe we put us on the map. Come on.
I'm looking for the map.
He's looking for the map.
I've been looking for it.
Fix it.
Yes.
I am excited to see the other one as well. I really enjoyed your performance, Moonplanter.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just really wanted to liven everything up and put on the best show of the Bannermanes that I could.
There it is, dining hall. All right. Boom. Hopefully that has tokens on it. Boo.
That was indeed a lovely spec.
No, I slept in. I will sleep in.
Fair enough. Put yourself in the pot, Triple.
Pot time. Let's go.
Yeah.
What?
In the bowl.
He's in the bowl.
Why is he sleeping in the bowl?
He's in the bowl.
This is a mere metaphorical representation for sleep, yes.
I shall post Tangent Nights in TTRPG voice so you guys can follow along if you guys wish. It is an article by Pearlescent, it seems. And as you guys kind of like open it up, start to read through it. So let me pull it up here because I just closed it down. There we go. There we are. In the exclusive circles of the Khalidai elite, wealth is relative, and art is the currency of the truly affluent. Last night, a gem in this game of extravagance, the famous Tangent Nights, found its way to the coveted walls of a new home. The gilded halls of the Crystal Ball's auction house echoed with gas as the final gavel struck. And in parentheses, though honestly it could have been a little louder had it been held by someone perhaps a bit bigger than the gavel itself. And the painting, a kaleidoscopic testament to avant-garde expression, was sold to the highest bidder. As the glitterati of the Kalidai world watched with bated breath, a breathless bidding war unfolded between two patrons, a pimp named Buckback, a staple figure in high-value art acquisitions, and Lisa Pastel, a newcomer to our exclusive circle. Those in the know had their money on Buckback, the infamous Dakalion high roller with a penchant for getting whatever he puts his money towards. However, the wheel of fortune spun unexpectedly in Pastel's favor. Lisa Pastel, an enigma until last night, showcased her mettle and surprised us all. She outbid the insurmountable pimp, securing the masterstroke Tangent Knights with an audacious final bid that left the auction room in a stunned silence. The murmurs of intrigue have since rippled through our prestigious enclave, sparking heated discussions over lavish brunches and opulent cocktail parties. Many have speculated about Pastel's mysterious emergence. Where did this formidable lady amass such wealth? How could she stride into the Crystal Ball's auction and outbid a seasoned player? Her unassuming elegance stood in stark contrast to her ruthless bidding style, which was as bold and surprising as the painting she now owns. What is clear is that this newcomer is far from being a passing phenomenon. According to a trusted source, Pastel has been making her own mark in the glittering echelons of the Kalidai elite, and promises to shake up our little world of excess and indulgence. Tangent Knights, a symphony of orange and blue, has been the talk of the town ever since St. Tangent put her paints to canvas. Its mysteries lies in its defiance of artistic norms, challenging the viewer's perceptions and teasing the mind's boundaries. Its elusive creator, shrouded in mystery and controversy, has crafted a masterpiece that transcends time and trends. The painting encapsulates an ethos that resonates with the Kalidai spirit, eccentric, extravagant, and forever evolving. It's no wonder that Persians and followers of the Sun King alike are all clamoring to have her work blessing their temples. In a world where your net worth is directly proportional to the exclusivity of your art collection, Lisa Pastel has undoubtedly established her stature, and so the baton has been passed to a new generation. Let this serve as a wake-up call to the stalwarts of our society. The tide is shifting. It is, after all, an exciting time to be part of the Kalidai elite. As we raise a toast to Lisa Pastel's audacious conquests and the future that awaits us, remember, dear readers, in the world of art and the Kalidai elite, the only constant is change. Yours in opulence, pearlescent. And below, there's some other, passing little examples of some things that were bought. You see an exceptionally happy Misty who is hugging a lion. You see Swift, who is putting up his paddle and calling for calling for the flowers. Nowhere on the article does it mention prices, but there is a couple little photos here and there of just the bidding, right?
Do you have the photos that are with the article?
I don't have those photos now.
Oh, okay. Because I recognize the Misty with the lion one. I was just wondering if you had it ready.
No. I mean, there is Misty with big cats though, like that.
Yeah, that Misty picture is not this one.
Oh, okay.
That's the first one. Tangent. Thumbtack probably pulls his oversized comparatively article of the Kalidai to you, and he looks angry.
Wait, who looks angry?
Thumbtack.
They didn't even mention me.
They kind of did.
They did.
They did, but it's look, read it.
And he points to it again.
It's sizest.
Tangent says, "Well, Thumbtack, are you bigger than a gavel?"
He looks down.
Shut up, you.
Depends on the gavel, I suppose.
No, it doesn't.
To be fair, it's kind of hard to mention somebody if they can't even see it,
And
That's sizest.
yeah, Thumbtack probably says that at the exact same time. That's sizest.
Where is he? Where is he? I don't see him. I don't see him. Where is him?
There's probably like a why I oughta moment where Tangent probably has to hold back his tail or something.
Where's that noise coming from?
Flipping the page, you guys do see Unveiling the Apex of Fashion. And this one seems to be an article made by Kohinoor.
Chat GPT.
Kohinoor!
Ooh. Kohinoor GPT.
It kind of it features namely just like her, and she's like looking at the viewer from the page, just like in a.
I know you work hard on these.
Thank you. In a very like teasy fashion almost, right? Greetings to the fine citizens of our grand city. This is Kohinoor, your faithful crystal dragon. As the custodian of elegance and panache, I am excited to announce that the anticipation will soon be over. The awaited decision for best fashion of the ball, an accolade coveted by both the well-heeled patrons of our great Kaladi society and the fashion enthusiasts of our city, will be revealed in the second edition of the Kaladi today. Fashion, dear readers, is more than just cloth and thread, is language. A conversation that reveals much about our society's evolving tastes and values, and nowhere is this conversation louder or more dramatic than at the esteemed Crystal Ball. The vibrancy, the innovation, the audacious elegance exhibited at the ball has been nothing short of a breathtaking tapestry of creative expression. Our dazzling Kaladi elites, always keen to make a sartorial statement, did not disappoint. Their ensembles were the epitome of glamour and sophistication, a showcase of the best that the world of fashion has to offer. But remember, this isn't just the glitz of precious gems, the sheen of exotic fabrics that determines the aforementioned title. Oh no. It's about the allure of individuality, the panache of personality, and the harmony of style and substance. I'm happy to see how many of you every year have also been swept up in the creative fashions that come out of our city's unique events. I have seen your keen interest in the opulent designs and innovative styles that grace the Crystal Ball, and of course, I will continue to encourage you all to be as expressive as your dreams would allow you. As the Crystal Dragon of our beautiful city, I am committed to fostering an appreciation for the artistry of fashion in all of our citizens. After all, the heart of fashion beats within all of us, irrespective of the weight of our pockets. So await with bated breath as I share my decision with the world, prepare to be inspired, to gasp in awe, and to applaud the individual who claims the title. Whether you are a connoisseur of haute couture or an everyday fashion enthusiast, the second edition of the Kaladi promises to bring the grandeur and the grace of the Crystal Ball to your doorstep. Until then, keep your passion for fashion aflame. Remember, in the world of fashion, everyone's a star waiting for their moment to shine. Fashionably yours, Kohinoor.
Good writing.
Yeah.
That was a good writing. And a good sentiment.
Indeed.
Say who the winner was.
Oh. Article seems to be implying that she's deciding, and it will be revealed in the second edition.
Oh, okay.
The winner was the clothes we picked up along the way.
I decide, so everybody wins.
Oh, so what's day 3? What are day 3 festivities traditionally? Cafe?
And she kind of like thinks, oh, well, hon, this is technically the biggest day, she says. All things considered, this is the Crystal Ball part of the Crystal Ball.
That sounds a lot more fun than everybody looking at you on the runway.
Are we going to have another attack on the ball because there might be more people?
Probably.
I mean, I think the vast majority of them have exhausted their options as far as attacking us goes.
I mean, we still do have them mirrors in the ballroom.
Should we set up a perimeter?
Wait. Hold on. What was that? What do we have in the ballroom?
Mirrors.
The mirrors. We left them there.
I thought we took care of that ages ago.
No.
Yeah, didn't
Wait,
we?
They're still there?
They're still there.
Yeah. Nope. Nobody has bothered to check. I
Does
think.
the CIA know about it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm sure it's handled.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Look, they didn't even bother looking into the case of the missing people for so long. Don't trust these guys.
It probably would have been just to check it out.
Tangent says I'm going, and you can come with me or not.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm right behind you.
Is the fog machine still there?
You guys left that
Probably.
running with Triple's infinite bag of water, yeah.
Oh
Did
my
we?
god.
Did we leave it? I thought No, I'm pretty sure I gave it back.
No.
You
no.
gave
It
it-
would
yeah,
be
she gave
funnier
it
if
back.
we did it. It would
No,
be
but she
funnier if
did.
we did.
But she
Oh,
did give it
okay.
back. I remember.
Damn.
I was very worried about that.
Hmm.
They were very kind to lend us the smoke machine.
Yeah.
Right, okay, yeah. Gotcha. So, yes. As at this point, I switched to Triple, who I believe is beating you to the punch. Triple, you're going in that direction already, I think, right?
Yeah, he's something like, "Hey, Lisa, I'll have fun at the rest of the ball. I gotta go do something." And he's off to the CIA guys.
Yes. You go down in that direction, and somewhat in a hurry, as you like go to enter, you actually run into Agent 6, like as they are coming out, and they look a little stressed out. Oh, hi, Triple.
Hey, I got a plan on how to make that mopey guy talk.
What, Mopey guy?
The guy who he wasn't really that useful.
And she kind of thinks as if she's like recalling.
Piano player.
Right, that guy. And she kind of like nods, and Triple, you notice something odd. There's like several markings on her arm, like as if somebody had wrote something there.
Is there anything I can do to identify it?
You could just read it. Yeah, like you see on her arm that it just says, you know, like a couple notes.
Think fast. It's just exploring rooms.
It's just like it's on there. It's just like urgent. Talk to the Bannermanes about translucence.
Okay.
Oh no.
He's well, I suppose he would hear it out. He still wants to explain this plan, but honestly, I guess this will have to wait. You'll have to let him show this.
You know, like she kind of stops. She kind of thinks for a little bit. And then, like, you know, she thinks for a little bit, and she doesn't do what she was like. Maybe what she was thinking about. She just kind of looks up. Why were you coming down here again?
There's only one person a jackal is going to listen to without any question, and that's the Godfather. So obviously, we need to make him think that he's here.
And she thinks for a little bit. The guy, right? Yeah?
Yeah, I don't actually recall the name, but we all remember him, right? The piano player. Yeah, Translucence. Is that what his name is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm telling you how she's acting. She's like she can't recall his name.
I see. Neither can I, apparently. But you know,
yes.
I'm telling you. Listen, Translucence. We can make him stay. We can make him talk if we just go through with this. I'll explain. I just need a couple of guards, and you'll see what I'll do.
Yeah, she says. She kind of agrees. Like that would be good. I was doing something. She says. I was gonna do something. I think I needed to do something first, she says, and then she just kind of spies, like, the writing on her arm, and she, like, looks at it for a second. What the? She's, like, turning her arm, like, left and right. And then she looks up. Triple, we have to find your friends.
Sure. I guess we can do that right now. Let's go.
And then
Hey.
she starts going out. Right. This way. And she starts going toward the hotels, even though you probably know that they went to cafes, right? She is going in the wrong direction.
Hey.
Huh?
He stares at her for a little bit. Did I ever tell you about the time I did this thing? I went to this cafe where they sold everything in 3 parts. Well, I should tell you about each course of the meal. It was very interesting. He's going to tell
Cafe!
her-
She says, like, pointing at you. Yes! Yes! Yes, 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 yes. And then she starts going in the direction of the cafe. Come on. And then, like, she's muttering to herself, cafe.
Is there any
Cafe.
perception
Cafe.
checks that he could make? I know like he's watching, but is there any other things that I can watch out for right now?
Yes, that would be an insight check, so blind perception.
Okay.
It seems like she is having a very hard time either remembering or staying on track. She seems to be getting distracted by a lot of things.
Hey, he says, stopping her. I think I need to go to the restroom. How about you? He's testing stuff out.
No.
Okay, so it clearly isn't that suggestive. He's saying, what about something that you... No, nothing like that. He's pointing up to the tower. Wouldn't it be cool to go take a look off the top of that? He says, like pointing at it.
Yeah.
Anything?
I don't think so, she says, and she's already stopped. She's not continuing to go to the cafe anymore. She is now focused entirely on whatever you're pointing at.
Okay, so whatever it is taking her full attention. It doesn't seem to have like control of her or anything like that. So we know that. It's just what she's focusing on. It's like some horrendous ADD, attention deficit.
That's a really good way to look at it. Yep.
Yeah. So he'll stop screwing around with her and actually let her, say, oh, we got to go this way to go find them.
Which way?
He will lead them to wherever that, the room where they're eating together is.
Oh, yes, cafe. Like, she's right.
Okay, yeah, that's a cafe. Yeah,
yes,
he's going to head there, and he's going to make sure that he keeps on topic with that every, 3 seconds, talking incessantly about the cafe.
And you do have to keep doing that, and eventually, like, as you guys are kind of reading through these articles, Triple enters with Agent 6 into your little room here.
Oh, hey, Triple. Didn't see you come in.
Hey, how do I even explain the situation, he wonders to himself. This agent here wanted to tell us something about translucence, he says. Don't you want to tell us something about translucence, Agent 6?
And she snaps. Right, she thinks, and I actually have to roll her save to see things. How about that? She seems to be having a hard time, like, getting words out, which is contrary to how she normally is. You guys have obviously met her before, right?
Yeah, she didn't seem like this before. It's not like she has some just quirk here.
Yes.
You all right?
Yes, she says, like, thinking a little bit. Why, does something seem off? And...
Yeah, it seemed like you.
You guys additionally also see that she's, like, written on her arm. Probably if she turns around or looks around or anything, you guys would probably additionally notice that there's, like, a sticky note, like, on her shoulder or something, that has, like, its own little things, or, just, like, she rubs her hoof, maybe lifting up the sleeve a little bit, like, on her uniform, and you see, like, a couple more notes, like, it seems to be something is wrong with her right now.
You know what? I'm gonna do the sensible thing here and activate a recording device so we can actually
nice.
log her whatever she's saying.
I'll give you a hero point for that one. That's a smart idea.
Well done.
Are you feeling
Penguin.
okay?
While this is happening, he's going to say, hey, Penguin, care to inform us what the heck is going on here?
And then he immediately just starts casting Detect Magic and, doing his various checks, which I will do. Let me load up his sheet here. There's his sheet. Alright, Arcana. That's knowledge gathering, but it's fine, I rerolled it. Alright.
That was almost a 1.
Yeah. And he kind of, like, casts it over. Oh yeah, there's something on here. He says, it kind of, like, nods. Agent 6, I think, right? He looks toward you guys, because I don't think Penguin went with you guys into that room, so I think he's only heard you guys probably casually talk about her or something.
Tangent says, is it a curse?
Something like that. I don't think it's necessarily a curse, but something in the area's affecting her. specifically.
Well, here's what we know.
It's not an aura. Something's been cast on her.
It's like she can't remember him.
It just seems to be memory related. It's not like she's been completely mind controlled, it seems.
It would make sense. It didn't seem like anybody else really had a lot of interest in that whole ballroom before we went in there. Seems like a big ballroom like that. I think it would be a busy place right before the crystal ball.
What was the name of that thing? Aura of Forgetfulness or something?
Yeah, didn't we figure this out in character already?
Yeah,
we already did.
You guys figured out that guy pretty much had an aura and that the effect of that spell.
Okay, I thought that was out of character. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that was just to make him seem inconspicuous.
Yes, and that's the thing. That was an aura. Penguin has just told you this is something that's been cast on her.
Yeah, that's the weird thing here.
I'll go over and hit her with a remove curse from my feat that lets me expend some of my heals for that, so it'll be at a level 9, I believe.
Go for it.
Let me go on ahead, and I think that's it.
That's what I was gonna do.
No, not healing hands.
Do you think we could recognize the spell first?
Yeah, Tangy, go ahead and yeah.
I have recognized spell too.
Give me your occult check if you have it. Penguin could just roll Arcana for that. Though Penguin, I feel, is going to tell you. I mean, he rolled really well on
He's
this
just
thing.
gonna get it.
Fucking
nerd.
Yeah, you guys asked him. And yes, he mentions that translucence person. They had. He pulls up his notes. Notice this. The aura of the unremarkable.
Unremarkable, alright.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I wonder if he cast something on her specifically.
That's.
I have this recognized spell. I have a.
Yeah, and it's. Yes, give me that.
Wait a
give me that
minute.
check.
Isn't that the same thing Penguin has?
Hey!
What?
No, that was low Swift.
That was a good one.
I'll have you know, I had 2 peppers yesterday.
Wait, he had the peppers?
Did you tear up?
No. And then Duck starts snickering.
Okay.
I don't even need the sense motive on that.
Okay. I rolled my Arcana.
You gotta roll occultism. You don't have the feats that Penguin
I
does.
don't occultism, so it's gonna be really shit.
Yeah.
He
I
has
have occultism.
He has universal.
Unified magic.
Yeah,
or something?
yeah. Yeah, Tangent, you have no idea.
Did it finally roll?
Oh, shit.
It was
Yep.
lagging for me.
Blind, Frank.
Oh yeah. Hang on.
This was supposed to be a blind roll. For some reason, it didn't roll.
Mostly knowledge gathering checks should be.
There you go. With that occultism, you also aren't necessarily sure.
Damn.
Yes. Penguin succeeded though, so he gets to make another roll. Because that's just how it works. See if you can glean anything else from this.
7.
Oops. I guess I should follow my own rules and make it blind, huh? There we go.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
How does that work?
Because like you guys can't, you can't have you
Oh, I
guys
see,
knowing
we
if
can't
it's
see
yes,
it. Yeah, fair enough.
yes. He kind of like thinks for a little bit. It seems it's almost like if someone had an aura, they're just concentrating it on someone. He kind of says.
What you can do.
Well, I think we know who that someone might be.
Well, I've got a plan on how to get the information out of that. What was it? Translucence guy.
Yeah.
We gotta find him first. Hopefully, he's still at the CIA.
That tranny guy.
Yeah.
That trans guy.
Another
Let's
strike.
containment in a place where his aura was kept under
Phased.
control.
Did
he get out?
I mean,
We don't know yet. We don't.
Agent 6, check your notes real quick. Did Translucence escape?
My notes?
All
As
over
far as
your
you know,
body.
Hold a Lego.
Huh? And she looks like down at her hooves. Right. I was gonna tell you something. Hooves the head again. Something important.
We could just read her notes.
Yeah,
just read your notes.
You start reading it as she's like, it's you know, there's the initial one, obviously that triple saw, right? Like,
give us your leg.
Yeah, give me that thing, hand it over.
So maybe Bellhop doesn't.
Yeah, and like you guys start reading around the thing from various angles. Initially, obviously, you see the thing that's most obvious is the thing the triple saw, which is just urgent. Talk to the Bannermanes about translucence. On the other hoof, you know, you see the words no longer present.
Oh.
See, like the sticky note on the back of her head just says ballroom, ballroom, ballroom.
Okay,
well, it's pretty obvious what we gotta do then, guys.
To the ballroom. Agent 6 here, and he takes out a pen and he writes on the reverse side of one of her post-it notes. Take this back to your CIA agents and show them this letter. Can you remember? And he writes down, notify Kohenor.
Right. I have a solution.
Yeah, see, that Kohenor picks it up. Yeah, I don't forget things too easily.
What's your
I could probably remove it too if it's just a spell.
Nope. It seems like it's being focused from something. You can't just remove it that way. It's not directly on her. It's being projected. So here's my solution.
I don't know about
she casts this spell that seems to create a field around her that should counteract any magic that is attempting to pierce the area.
Yeah,
can she move around this field, or is it?
This is Ophi is making a globe right now.
This is like a little ball of light, a light of courage, if you will, Anon.
Like, but is it gotta go on her head? Yeah, but is it gonna go like on her head like a spaceman suit kind of deal, or?
Yeah, we gotta. Is this portable? Do we have to? Did she kind of?
No, this is immobile. Where I cast it.
It seems like sphere of invisibility to me, except for like other things.
But it's more like anti-life shell.
Yeah.
So, unless you do something really fancy, I'm not the best at magic. But unless it's a certain type, a ritual or something, doesn't the stronger the magic mean usually that the range is more limited? That means that potentially the one who's doing this could still be around.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean it's extremely strong. They're just nearby.
Now, is that your final answer?
Or are you gonna hero point that?
Oh, sorry, hang on. I had to step away for a second.
Yeah, you rolled a 3 on that counteract.
Yeah, I'm gonna hero point that.
Go for it.
4.
Yeah, here comes the 2.
That's
14.
better.
Where's the 1d4?
Yes, 1d4 first, remember? We'll take that.
Shit, sorry.
Fish for that
4.
20.
Well, that would give us 4.
Roll.
H.
4. That'll do.
There, yeah.
The globe of invulnerability goes around her. And for a second, the eyes flash gold for a second, just for a minute, and then she kind of blinks. You guys. And I mean, it's like in a bubble.
Hi.
So it's for a second, you could understand what she's saying, but it's muffled. She's just
slow down.
Yeah, she rambles. Right, she's recalling. So it's all of her synapses have now started firing in the correct way from the moment that probably she saw triple all the way down to this particular instance right here. And then, realization dawns on her in that moment as they all finally come together. He's not actually there. He's there, but he's not.
What do you mean? Is it an illusion?
I don't know, she says, shaking his head. His body's there, but he stopped playing, and we went in. I remember going in and looking at it, and then she starts recounting how literally she's just going over the whole story again. She started exiting she wrote things on her arm because she started realizing that she couldn't get out of the little prison because she kept forgetting that's what she was doing. Like she always, I kept thinking that I was in there and I was gonna do something, but I couldn't recall what it was, and I just kept wandering around. The more I wandered around, the more I kept seeing these markings on me. She gestures to her hoof, things that I've written. But something's messing with me. They don't want me to know that he stopped playing or stopped moving.
Well, I suppose no good deed goes unpunished. It's time for us to move out, I suppose.
Before we do, I got an idea. You guys got a pen and just start writing on our own arms preemptively in case we fall under the same effect. And he's going to see if he can start writing down. Dome is dangerous. Spell that makes you forget. Luminescence is movie mirror. Beat up mirrors.
Nice.
Dome is dangerous.
What is the dome?
He still uses his music to produce this aura, right? Or is it just innately coming off of him?
He stopped playing.
I'm not sure, she says. We were going to look into it, as I said, and we'd keep an eye on him. But truth be told, it just seems above our level, she says.
What about the mirrors in the ballroom? Did anyone ever go deal with that?
She thinks for a minute. No, I meant to give the order, and I think I might have. Yeah, I remember. She thinks. Yeah, I remember. And I gave the order, and I thought it got dealt with.
No.
Then who's dealing with it?
I don't know.
I guess
think
we are
that's your
now.
answer right there.
And she like immediately turns around as if to run toward the door and boom, like in the bubble. Because like it suddenly like it dawned on her that like nobody has looked into this problem. Like
Uh-oh.
Well, you've got a bunch of adventurers right here. I'm sure most of us, if not all of us, would be happy to help you out.
I think I'm starting to realize we're never going to get a real vacation, and that's a freaking good thing.
Agreed.
I don't know. Belmare was fun.
I love my work. Who actually needs a vacation?
All right, question.
Huh?
How destructive should we be inside the ballroom?
I mean, if it's mirrors, I don't know. Like, these guys apparently are already dead.
Yeah, but I'm mostly asking Agent 6 over here. It's important to... How destructive are we allowed to?
There's mirrors in there. I don't know what's even in there, she says, like, truthfully. But I know if you don't get there soon, people are going to start arriving at the ballroom.
Okay, destroy the ballroom. People can't get in. Let's go.
Yeah, destroy it. Yeah, okay. We are allowed to destroy the ballroom. Good.
Yeah. He finishes up the writing and he's gonna go.
Ophi salutes and says, you may want to write on your arm that you are under some kind of enchantment, because as soon as I dismiss this, you're probably going back to not knowing what's going on.
Hold on.
You know what?
Can we contact anyone who's not involved with this? Somebody needs to help her.
Well, we've got a cafe here.
Do you think you can help Agent 6 out while we're gone?
Oh, certainly. Those kinds of things don't addle with a Kieran's brain, she says with a little bit of a wink. Goes over to Agent 6.
That's right. And she
Be
back.
her magic trip sitter, please.
Yes, magic trip sitter. Oh, all this newfangled terminology. I'm just getting, I'm all sorts of hip with the adventurers.
Yes, he literally says that. That would be there.
Yeah. Come on, hun, and she waits for Ophi to dispel the thing or the globe to fall away, and then
she dispels it. She's like, "Unspoken watch over you." Kills it. Poof.
Back to the retard zone.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Give her this. Just gonna hand her the recording that we did of this whole thing. Might as well.
Oh, thank you. And she kind of nods. Yep. I'll make sure that she this goes right over the CIA with it. Come on. And somewhat urgently, like she starts like guiding her like away. Get going, you guys. And then of course you see her, Agent 6, being like, "Where are they going?"
I wonder if dragons get like that in their old age.
All right.
None that I've seen.
So if I'm
the room.
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, you guys are moving to the ballroom.
Oh.
Oh,
It's
yes.
a ballroom.
Let me pull up things, because I have things. Oh boy, things indeed.
Wait, what's at the ballroom?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
Exactly.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Huh? Ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da.
Hey, Triple, what's on your arm?
Now, as you guys get closer to the ballroom, I will need a will save.
If you could roll it for me, I'd appreciate it. I'm away from the computer.
Faux show.
Here.
That's what
Party right now.
Moon Planner's going to go ahead and hunt prey on translucents.
Critically succeed, Ophi.
I'm going to hero point that will save.
Go for it.
Oh, Electra, don't you have a spell?
I do, but I don't
cast?
need it. Oh,
does it not affect the group?
Do you guys want it all? Like, it's a lot of high level. That's a big spell. I can give it to people, but I won't have as much firepower.
Oh.
It's an 8th level spell.
Ah.
Alright,
By the way, that was my one use of that anti-magic shell, so hopefully we don't need it again.
With
we'll see who fails.
With resolve, critical success. 777s with slippery mind. Critical success. Swift, that would be a normal failure. Electra, that would be with resolve, critical success. Fortuna, that would be Fortress of Will, critical success.
I like how there's 3 different feats with different names that do the exact same thing.
Right, like, and then Moon Planner, you don't have anything with fancy with a will, do you? Normal success.
I'm just forgetting which carry he's going to bang.
That did change your result from a failure to a success, so you use that hero point. And as you guys start to get closer, those who failed saves, like you guys start getting closer to like the ballroom, and it's like one of those things where now it just kind of like, it's like, why are we coming here? Like, it's not even time for the ball yet. We should probably go find somebody, right? Like, it just starts, those thoughts start to fill your head. Like, maybe we should go find somebody to like let us in. This doesn't seem like it's the right thing, right? You know, those who critically succeeded obviously are not affected.
If they see the rest of their party members in danger, they're gonna follow in after.
Exactly. It's just the aura at this point. So, like, yes, those thoughts fill your head a little bit, Swift, but then you notice that your party seems really urgent in going this particular way. Something's up.
Electra will take special, and she'll specifically look for anybody who looks like they're being affected by the spell.
I think Swift was the one that failed.
Yeah.
Swift, where are we going?
Where? You tell me. Everyone's going this way.
Do you mind if I cast a spell on you?
You've already cast. Yeah, yes. Go ahead.
Okay, he's got a bad.
No, he's got dementia.
Electra's gonna cast Mind Blank on him.
Yes, I've got bad memory. That's what I've got.
Nice. Go ahead and give me that counteract check, Electra. Oh yeah, that'll do it. You clear whatever like abstraneous thoughts were probably wandering up to Swift, and focus is returned.
And you can drag your spell effect on yourself there, Swift.
I got you.
There you go.
Find your token. Yep, tokens are around in places. All right. And back on track. Yeah, there's like no CIA agents here. People on the other side of the ball are like looking like as you guys kind of like went up there, they're just looking through the Caladelia right now. They're excited to get started at, apparently like the event starts at noon, you know, like when they actually open the doors. But people are curious, you know, like why there's no door guards or anything there. And you guys get to the crystal ballroom, the recursive one, if you will. And let me copy tokens.
So how close did we get to the ball before we started to get affected by that? Like right at the doorstep, or
it would be about like, say like 60, 70 feet around the whole building.
Okay.
And then forgive the fog for a second. I was trying to remember if the I thought that the infinite bottle of water was left in the fog machine, which would have been really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Let me
I'm pretty sure I brought it back.
If it was, you'd go grab it.
Yeah. Okay. And you guys get into the. Thankfully, there's no fog. However, in the center of the room itself is, well, like here's the thing: is like you kind of see it's almost sparkly. There's like little lights that just kind of like it's. You guys enter the room, and it's like all the hairs on the back of your guys' neck stand on end.
Our hackles stand up.
It's kind of like static electricity. There's so much magic in here. Like, it is extraordinary. It's almost like at any moment, like Electra, you feel like if you were to just use a very small spell, like the whole, like it's like lighting a fucking flame in a chamber full of gas, right? Like, probably won't happen that way, but it just feels like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone left a magic fog machine.
There's a crazy amount of magic in here. Something really powerful is going on.
Oh, thank you.
Misty's not here.
What,
Sorry. Just getting rid
kind of magic?
What kind of magic?
Well, that would be an
I will
occult.
give you a detect magic.
Yes, detect magic. Obviously, yes, there is magic. You realize that, like, as you kind of detect it, all of the, like, you guys are on the edge of it. It just gets more powerful, the aura, as, like, it gets closer to where that mirror in the center is. And, like, you could tell it's probably occult in origin.
Hmm.
Let me remove mango.
Seems like occult magic.
Recognize.
There we go. Whoops.
So, where are the mirrors?
Yes, there is no mirrors in here. In fact, like the very mirror itself, like the recursive mirror, like as you guys kind of walk around, that's when you like start hearing like a, like as if like bullets were flying by, like like very briefly you just see streaks of light go up and down, up and down. Ophi, you kind of feel like perhaps the best way to figure more of this out is to step on that mirror.
Well, see you guys on the other side.
Oh, wonderful.
Don't say it like that. What are you doing?
No, we're not doing a Don John. Step back.
You'll have to stop me.
Babe, and you walk out onto the mirror, it sounds like.
Whee!
And that's when I totally reveal your wonderful role. And
Awesome.
Oh yes, it's gonna be great. As you step onto the mirror, it's like that's when all of the sparkles, like they stop midair. They just stop and shake, like it's almost like they're vibrating in the air. And like that's when they all start fading, like poofing, fading. They are just making a cloud, its own little fog, because I want to use this lighting effect. Its own little fog in the middle. Lessen it. Just so it doesn't go out too far. There it is. We'll do like, there we go. It's like right over here. And it almost feels like, it looks as if you stepped on water, but it doesn't feel like it, Ophi. And that's when I pull up my notes here, just make sure. A strange chill kind of like permeates the entire ballroom. And the ambient chime of resonating glass itself from the crystals that just kind of seem to be gently humming, and you didn't realize it until now. They all just stop. And rather, like, unexpectedly, from the center of this, you see a form rising from, like, the middle of the mirror. Like, you kind of see just that, something blocking out the light. A draconic form of very...
Guys, I might have messed up.
Massive proportions.
I definitely messed up.
Whoa.
I messed up.
Ophi!
Ah!
That thing's huge!
Oh, yes. Something...
Nah, it's not that big.
What is that?
I bet you it's Koinor's reflection.
Suddenly, amidst that, from the haze, the figure somewhat emerges, a draconic entity composed of a myriad of shimmering gem-like scales, each casting refracting light around the room in a hypnotic kaleidoscopic way and color, as he like whips out his wings effectively, and all of the fog kind of goes away, and you see a crystal dragon, but it's not Koh-i-Noor.
Who's that crystal dragon?
Mirror dragon, mirror dragon.
Yes, and it looks down upon you all with like a sneer almost, as it kind of like still sparkles around the room. He looks at Ophi first with a smile, and up to, there he is, Moonplaner, where he smirks, breaks the silence with a voice like the echoing chime of 1,000 crystal bells. Moonplaner, he begins, his tone amicable yet tinged with an undercurrent of a threat. You and your companions, you have my mirror. My mirror. His gaze sweeps.
Go ahead.
Yeah, his gaze kind of sweeps over the rest of the party. And in time, I will reclaim it. And he looks up to you again. No, I'm sure you are aware. Are you not?
Which mirror specifically?
The Mirror of Sortion.
Is my name so easily forgotten? Yes, the Mirror of Sortion. He smiles.
Why do you even give... He's not going to hide anymore. He's going to say, why do you even give a crap about that stupid thing?
It's mine, he says, and his eyes kind of like glow red, and all of his scales gleam for a second. It's mine.
Is that what you've been controlling all these mirrors for?
Oh, what was that?
Is that what you've been controlling all these mirrors for?
Yes, he says very plainly. And as I've said, one day I will reclaim it. Now, it's not.
Hey, real quick, what can you tell me about the Godfather?
Shut up, whelp. And then the wing goes up as if to threaten to smack you. Like
he's not even fazed by it.
Don't
let me know.
I
want that mirror so bad. Why don't you just take it right now?
Because this year, she's won. And he gives a little bit of a bow. It's our little game, he says very, very quietly. I have no intent on hurting her. She is my mate, after all. Kind of like nods.
Electrode nods. She saw that coming.
Yeah, like kind of gives like his claw goes to his chest, and he gives a curt bow to all of you guys. My name is Lord Sortion.
Hi, Lord Sortion.
I'd like to say it's nice to meet you, but we fought others that had a better entrance.
Well, unfortunately, I am not able to control all the aspects of my wonderful personality, he says, honestly, especially when one is shattered in so many pieces.
Yeah, Lord Sortion. Is it okay if I approach you since you're willing to talk for a moment?
He sits. Go right ahead.
Alright, where's the boundary for the mirror? Right here by...
Yeah, Ophi's hoof's still on it, pretty much.
Yeah, this is
right at the bottom of the stairs, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
As he's approaching, I want to make a quick check. Does he read as extra planner to me at all?
You can give me Arcana or Nature or an applicable lore if you have it. Additionally, at this point, people approaching, I guess I should have done this in the first place, but definitely need some will saves. Yes, you need some will saves from the menacing presence in the room. It is a dragon after all.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I want to go with occultism since the magic was kind of occult. But let's see. Oh, and the will save. Yeah.
I think that will save is going to be good enough. Just in case it's not, I do have my dragon amulets.
Gotcha. All right.
I think I also get a bit extra. I think I get a +1 against dragons.
Dirt can scare me.
Okay, let's see here. Let me start at the top. Sorry, I was just waiting until everybody got their saves in. Triple, that would be a critical failure.
Okay, can I hero point that?
Yes. Gotcha. Oh, there's Tangent. Yep. Everybody.
There's a wonderful.
Yep. That would up it from to a normal failure.
Okay. That's not too bad. What's the effects of that again?
Normal failure is frightened 2, which I'll put on you. Let me go back up to the things. Moon Planner, that is a normal failure. So, normal success. Sorry. And so you become frightened 1 still on a normal success. Electra, that would be a.
I get it's a 35. I think it's still a crit fail.
I see 34 on your.
I've got this.
Oh, that's just a normal failure.
Oh, okay.
So the amulet allows me to roll twice. I forgot this. I roll twice and take the better result. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
see if I can
do so.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'll take it.
Well, there you go.
You are not affected by this presence. All right. And sorry, going back up because this wonderful system with its auto-scrolling. Let's see, Electra, that was a 34. Yeah, I already got you handled.
35 is a normal failure.
35, yeah, normal failure.
Scare too?
Ophi, that is result resolve, critical success. Same with you, Madame Fortuna. Swift, that is a normal failure. So you frightened 2 just from menacing, pretty much. And Tangent, that was a normal failure, a 40. So here you go. Where's Tangent? Somewhere around here. There she is. Frightened 2 to you. And same with you, Triple. That was a normal failure, so Frightened 2 on you. They're fantastic. I think I got.
What of that lore check for the whether or not he's an outsider or extraplanar? Sorry,
he doesn't seem extraplanar.
Do you think a dragon lore would be able to tell that?
Yes, applicable lore. He's a dragon. Biggest 2 rolls are Arcana and Nature here to learn more about him specifically. With dragon lore, yes, you get 1 question as a success.
Make it whatever you want it to be. It doesn't need to be the question I had. It's relatively inconsequential.
I'm assuming we can tell that he's an ancient dragon just by looking at him.
No, certainly.
Yeah, big boy.
And we know he's a crystal dragon. I guess maybe alignment. If that's a question that's allowed.
Yeah, let's say like alignment. Typically, here's the thing: most of the time, crystal dragons are neutral good aligned. Though in this case, it would seem like this one has some pretty neutral evil intentions.
Okay.
Oh, this was just a quarrel between 2 lovers. This is bullshit.
Now he kind of like.
This is the Sortion.
Yeah. Yes, the Sortion. He looks down for Moon Planner. What was your questions?
All right, so I've spoken with Main Stitch Kohenor on a number of occasions regarding this thing you're after. She has no intention of giving it to you.
I'm aware.
So what is preventing you, especially since you can form yourself in this manner now, from seeking an audience with her? If you're willing to talk to us, I think you'd be willing to talk to her, yes?
She has no intention of talking to me.
Well, she also has no intention of returning the thing to you.
Well, then I'm afraid I must take it. Not now. Don't worry. He says he puts up his claw. I will be leaving here shortly. I don't have all day.
Are you somehow bound to these mirrors?
bound. I seek it for myself.
No, I mean, in locations with mirrors, are you not able to leave this area?
I am perfectly able to leave this area.
Everyone started sounding really, really quiet.
Oh, what were you saying, Moonplaner? I think you were trying to ask something.
Everybody suddenly became very, very quiet. Demon's
hello?
coming through clearly, but Ophi and I think Triple, y'all were almost silent.
I was kind of talking quiet there too. Can you hear me now?
Okay. I can hear you better now.
Yeah.
I am not bound to it. It is mine. And eventually I will get it when she stops playing her 1,000-year game.
Well, other than it being yours, why is it important that you have it?
My reasons are my own, he says, with like a glare.
Alright, fair enough. We managed to understand that there was a place called what was it, the Central Mirror, that I guess the fractions of you were able to travel back and forth to, and that you were working with the Jackals as well as the Godfather.
I'm not going to tell. He kind of cuts you off just at the end of that statement. I am not going to tell you how to defeat me. Do you think I am stupid?
A waste of time.
A little
bit.
Not you. But we do have an enemy in the Godfather, unfortunately. So if you're willing to talk things out, then perhaps we can come together, find a mutual solution, and not have to fight each other.
Moonplanter, is it?
Yes, you called me by name before.
Yes. Do not take my patience for weakness, he says, just starting out. As I've said, my reasons are my own for going after this mirror. It just so happens that I have found some people with a mutual interest in helping me get it. And if you do not think for a second that I have tried to talk to my mate, you are very mistaken. We have been at this little game for hundreds of years.
Mr. Sorry, what was his name again?
Mr. Sorkin.
Lord Sorshin.
Lord Sorshin. If I may ask, I know this may seem a trifling question to you, but to us it is a very important question. What exactly led to the two of you having a falling out?
Give me a diplomacy check. He considers that.
This guy really needs some couple stenciling.
He kind of considers. Well, she hasn't told you already. I suppose young creatures like yourselves will have easily forgotten the reason for a little spattle. You see, I made that mirror. I made it. And she seems to think that it has transformed me somehow. Scoffed the thought, as if something can transform Lord Sorshin. He clawed a chest again. Kind of like rolls his eyes. And the first few times, of course, asking her nicely if I may get it back. No, over the course of years, it just so happened that she pushed me out of her own little hoard here for bad fashion, of all things. Could you believe it?
How selfish.
Truly.
Wait, she for bad fashion?
She is crafty. Don't let her fool you. He frowns. It is the easiest way for her to oust one from her own little hoard here in the city. And don't mistake it for a city. It is her hoard.
Hold the fuck up. Is he dressed? Is he actually dressed?
No,
or is he completely naked right now?
He is, as Koh-i-Noor has told you before, jagged. No, he's jagged, which is like a show of aggression with crystal dragons. Like that's like, I'm on the ready. It's their ugly state.
All All I'm saying, look, this is probably just my headcanon, but just I'm imagining him wearing Crocs right now. That's why.
Thanks, Anon.
Hey, I got a question for Ophi, out of character. Have you been remaining? Have your four hosts been remaining on that mirror this entire time?
Yes, she hasn't moved.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting to know. I'm curious to like how this dragon might be tied to it. Like if you blocked out the mirror, would the dragon suddenly disappear?
Well, that's why I asked him. He said if I asked if he was bound to the mirror or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Which he said he could just leave.
He had told you, like, I am not bound to anything. I could leave whenever I so please. I am simply only restrained by circumstances.
You mentioned that you were shattered. I'm assuming what we're seeing now is just a representation of your true self?
Smart girl.
That's our Electra.
You see, there are powers at play greater than your comprehension, he says, drawing himself up to his fully majestic height. My absence and subsequent return here, the power drawn to this place, they've not gone unnoticed. And then he looks back down at Moonplaner, your artifact, crafted in plain view of the entire city, has amplified the beacon of power. You've made this place a beacon, a target, and now you have invited the attention of entities that you cannot begin to fathom, he says, squinting at you as if like almost as if like the gaze that he's giving you, Moonplaner, is like he thinks you're stupid. Like that is the entire like the sense motive that you like not even that you don't even need to roll.
Good job, Moonplaner.
And he kind of like he keeps squinting. I would have left here with nary a thought for the safety of the one that, though she doesn't believe it, I still care for. And then looks toward all you. Prepare yourselves, for this city, my former mate's sanctuary, is on the precipice of something like an intrusion. He like looks between.
What?
You said you still care for her. What's your plan? Do you think she's gonna enjoy you sieging her horde? She's just gonna forgive you after that?
When I get what I wish, yes. I don't think you quite understand the... What is the word you ponies would use? The Dragon Society, he says very, very calmly. The many thousands of years that we have both lived through the horrors that your kind have unleashed on the world. And you call me the monster for trying to attain what is mine? This is not but a spattle.
Don't put words in our mouth. No one called you a monster. In fact, I think we've been quite polite to you. And don't mistake my kindness for malice. We're trying to find a solution that's not going to lead to violence. And as far as Dragon Society goes, I might not be as long-lived as you, but I know enough to know that if a dragon attacks another dragon, it causes a war between the dragons, and nobody wants to see that happen. Whatever state you're in right now, spiritually, you're going to get shattered into 1,000 pieces if you come against this city. So for your sake, let's try to find a solution instead of going to war.
I think that's a good point, Moonplanter. In fact, what shattered you in the first place? I wouldn't be surprised if it were not related to this exact same flawed logic.
And he thinks, what shattered me in the first place? He thinks, I do recall way back in the day, knowing of a clever young dragon. Honestly, smarter than most, especially of his kind. I'm not sure if you realize, he says, pondering this, there is already a rift between dragons. Those of the colors, red, blues, so on, and those of the metal, and he kind of thinks Orientals, silvers, golds, crystals. He gestures toward himself. So imagine my shock when one day a kinder young red approached to, well, assist in perhaps helping me get this thing back. And that's when he kind of like, he waves his claw again, and you just see an image of something that you've seen before. You see a probably at this point in his life. No. Well, yes and no. Initially, you don't see him. But like it almost seems like it for a second. Like you might mistake it for Heat Fang, and then those who had eaten the mushrooms back in the mine. If you guys remember that whole thing.
No, I don't.
I do.
Those memory mycena that you guys had chomped on, where you had seen some images of Heat Fang, and perhaps another dragon, that of a young Morlog. And he's just seemingly holding himself up. Talking, though it's just an illusion, so there's no audio or anything coming out, right? He's just kind of showing you what his image looks like. And his brother. And of course, a very small worm at this point, like, seems to just be, like, near him. Looking to be better, looking to possibly help someone out in their ways. They proposed, perhaps, a way that they could help me get back my treasure. And thus, he kind of like, the image of Morlog and his brother, they shatters outwards. He's just being metaphoric about it, right? Magic beyond most comprehension is standard to dragons, though he gave me a power of my own army of one.
Army of one, you say?
Mm-hmm.
The mirror. Wait, no. What do you mean by that?
And that's when he like flicks off one of his scales. He just flicks it to the ground, right? Like back onto the mirror. And from there, popping out from that scale is just a mirror who's standing like as he is.
That's what I was afraid of.
So the mirror... Sorry, out of character now. He just told us he was trying to get the mirror back already, and then he received this gift?
Well, no, out of character, he kind of told you, like, he had apparently been wanting to get this mirror, but this is probably early on in their whole conflict, right? And he was approached by these two young dragons, these reds that normally their kind would hate, but they seemed more than willing to actually help and try to be good, so he accepted their help, and that's what seemingly led to his shattering. But it's a power that he seems to have cultivated himself around, his own army of one.
Yeah, he's trying to get his mirror back using this power. It's not that mirror that's doing it.
I see.
Probably like his artifact for achieving some full power or something. Okay, let's see. Hope he was going to say something and I forgot what it was. Go on ahead.
He's waiting. Kind of takes like a breath. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask them now. As I have said, I cannot stick around. Dragons have a way of knowing when other dragons are in their realms, he says, very astutely. I sense more than one here, as a matter of fact. Several.
Yeah, there probably are, and what you can't sense, there's probably a dozen more. So.
Brandon says, "Do you still love Kohinoor?"
Of course, with all my heart.
The point I'm getting at, attacking this city, regardless of what armies you think you have, is not going to work out in your favor. You've been deceived once, it shattered your body, and going about this to forcefully take what you want is not going to work. You're going to be destroyed, the city is going to continue existing, and Kohinoor is probably going to be very smug about it.
Hope he puts a hand on Moon Planner. Not a good idea to piss off the big
No,
dragon.
if he's going to be an asshole and just threaten to kill us, then fuck him.
I have said nothing of the sort. And he mimics you, right? Don't put words in my mouth, Moonplanter.
Well,
Got
you
you
just
there.
got done describing how you're going to destroy this entire city and send armies against it. Are you
Once
backtracking?
again,
Change your mind?
once again, do not put words in my mouth. I have no intention of destroying what she's built here. I have the intent of taking back what is mine, he says with like a very his eyes glow red. Once in a millennia, something akin to the rune you've placed on your weapon comes around. She has mine.
Ruin on my weapon. Are you talking about this?
Yes.
He pulls out Redemptor's Burden.
Yes. And he kind of sniffs the air almost. The others around here. I sense them. mlptg has a stench to it. As does, and he considers a little bit, Lemniset. And he kind of just continues to sniff as if something's caught his attention, right? Like the hammer of Hanuawela. And he kind of counts on his talons. 1, 2, 3. 3 things. And of course, and he looks down toward you, new blood. And he looks at your sword almost, like when he says that. Wield that tightly, and let not somebody take that from you, as they have taken mine.
I don't intend to.
I have one last question for you, Mr. Dragon. When do you want to try to reclaim what's yours, just for the sake of getting the innocents out of here?
She can prepare for me next year, as per normal. I never aim to surprise her when my visits come around. Only how I come about doing it. I make a grand entrance, if I do say so myself. She is a fan of opulence, so I serve to show off.
I assume then what he's getting at is the stuff the invasion we faced on the first day is, his doing and what will be expected next year.
Ah.
It's just like how Koinor said, they do it every year.
Are you tangible?
And he holds out like a claw. He reaches over Moonplanter. He's just like, feel free to touch if you must.
She's going to pull out a scroll and a pen. So would you like us to deliver a letter?
Certainly, he says. So you might...
Lush is gonna try to touch.
Yeah, it's crystal, all right. It's just a
Lux's
really
eyes, her eyebrows fucking hit the roof too.
So is this just filling us in on what's going on exactly, or are you saying there's something more special being planned for next year?
As I have told you, normally what I would do is simply let my mirrors reform me, which is what happened, and then I would go back to my abode. However, the advent of your friend and, well, the advent of multiple artifacts being created in this very area has elicited the attentions of many. And I could only assume that until they disperse elsewhere, the people here and yourselves are at danger. As I have said, I hold no ill will toward my mate. I simply wish to pass on the warning. If your artifacts get stolen, don't come crying to me about it. I have experienced it myself already.
Well, this is the last day of the party, and then we're off back to our own scheduled adventures. And they'll be out of the city.
Keep on your guard, then.
Hey, I got a question.
Yes?
You got any names for that? You said there were others that were interested, right? I'm not really that smart, but if you could list that off, then surely you know a couple by name.
I know of perhaps at least one who finds themselves interested.
I believe you mentioned the stench of a horror.
No. Well, The horror is here. I'm sure you are aware of the presence of mlptg.
Ah, yes.
I.
There's one. Lemnisit also resides here. The ones who collect these types of artifacts are the ones who are the most dangerous, one of which, the most renowned, most dangerous of which, is that of Senka Stargazer.
He
looks down. What?
But she's...
Are you familiar with that name?
I may be. You're saying she's here?
What'd you like?
She's not here, it doesn't seem. I don't smell her on the air, but she is drawn to large occurrences and shifts in power. And as I have told you, you have effectively made this city a target simply by the amount of these artifacts that have suddenly appeared here. These are things that aren't made regularly.
Surely Koh-i-Noor would have prepared for this.
I'm doubting.
Well, she wasn't quite expecting all these to show up.
Exactly. And
blame the traveler.
yeah, truly. And he kind of like smiles and looks down. Though, if you do hold these very artifacts, someone is clearly on your side. I have no doubt that they were given to you. That also means that you must work to protect them. They are yours after all. They carry you in them.
Was your apex given to you?
No. I made mine.
That's impressive.
So you
I
got
can't
it
say
stolen.
anything for sure.
Panda's just gonna like butt in. Did Koh-i-Noor take it or did you give it to her? I'm
Koh-i-Noor took it. He's trying to get it back. That's the whole.
She stole it. He says. Moonplaner, actually, really quick, give me a blind perception check.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say we still gotta ask two questions here. We gotta ask what he's gonna do with it, and we gotta ask why. What did she give a reason as to why
She took it? I think we asked what he's going to do with it, and he wouldn't tell us. He was very hype about that.
It's a part of him. I think we can assume that it's the final piece to put them all back together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the thing, Moonplaner. Like, you've been around multiple dragons. Cafe, Hubby, all these dragons, even Koh-i-Noor has a heartbeat. You could hear it. They're draconic hearts. I don't doubt that you can't hear, if you really wanted to, their heart beating. You don't hear one from this guy.
Probably his heart. Lord Sorshin?
What was that?
He looks up to Lord Sorshin. Are you dead?
I am not dead.
You don't have a heartbeat like other dragons. Even
I'm aware.
Lord has one.
And then he kind of gives you like a grin and looks down like, oh child, right? Like, you know, like, have you not put it together yet? I've told you multiple times. She stole my mirror.
She's got his heart.
She stole your heart. And that's what you used
for a second time.
Create your apex item.
Mm-hmm. Kind of nods.
Well. Lord Sorshin,
what's an apex?
The items that we just got.
They're really special ones from the Traveler. You got one too.
Lord Sorshin, I'm trying to avoid violence for the sake of saving lives as much as possible. It seems like you're not interested in killing ponies or attacking us. You just want what's yours. We can certainly pass that along. Do we have a common enemy, or are you just acting independently?
I act of my own accord. Once I have what is mine, amends can come later, he says with like a very curt nod. And no, I do not usually have violence on my mind. However, when one shatters their personality into multiple pieces, some parts of it are a little more violent than others, unfortunately. I'm sure you've met Translucence. he says, and he winks one of his eyes, and you see his, like, iris go, like, milky white, similar to Translucence's mirror.
Yes, we met and I spoke to him. He was very passionate about his music, and sad that no one seemed to enjoy it.
You see, there's a nicer side of myself. And occasionally these will shatter out. As I have told you, Mr. Planner, I have tackled this on multiple fronts, past just my own shattering. I have attempted to reach to her on many occasion. On many occasion, I have reached out to her to seek what I am owed. Angry, sad, happy, sympathetic. I come bearing gifts. He says, nothing. She won't give it back to me.
Sortion. I can't say for sure whether I'm going to be successful, but I can speak for myself when I tell you I'll do everything in my power to help you to resolve this.
Do I have your word?
You do.
He holds out his talon. You agree to it.
Don't shake. It's not
I
wise
agree
to
to
make
it.
promises we can't keep.
I didn't say you have to keep it. She said that she would help me. At least, I won't expect to the best of your ability, but perhaps an effort would be good.
I'll give it a good effort, Lord Sortion. Like I said, I can't guarantee I'll get your mirror back, but I will try everything that I can to help you to overcome this.
Yeah, and
is this a magical
she touches his talon.
Very nice. As you touch the claw, briefly, like you almost feel like a tug on your own heart for a minute. You see these golden bands bound the two of them.
It's a magical shake. I was gonna ask. God damn it.
Well, I mean, I do have a lot of things up against like mind affecting magic, but
hey,
soul
real
affecting.
quick. It's pretty obvious we're not gonna fight, but I really want to know more about the Godfather. If we help you out, and I'm not gonna do that handshake with you, by the way, but if we do help you out, can you please just tell us everything? There's really no reason to keep it.
Still holding like the handshake with Electra, that thread is still there. If you help me get my mirror back, I would go so far as to spill the identity of the Godfather himself.
Really?
Truly. He's still holding the handshake with Electra right now.
Better touch that talon to me too. I'll help you out.
By all means, it's big enough for everybody.
Touch.
The Godfather, I swear I met him. I swear I met him. But I can't remember anything about it. I have to remember about him, he's thinking to himself.
The wonderful thing about dragons, Mr. Sevens, is that they're not so susceptible to mind effects, he says with like a little bit of a sneer. It is why we are able to hold mlptg with impunity so easily.
That does kind of make sense.
Yeah. If you want to help him to, just group.
He's gonna read the room a little bit here because I don't know if like the rest of the party isn't. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to fence it a little on this one because he's not stupid enough to just walk into this, but that is finding out the identity of the Godfather. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Moonplaner is more than willing to go to Kohinoor and talk this out. But he's definitely not willing to shake on it, especially if there's some kind of magic involved.
I feel like my shake isn't like incredibly binding in that sense because I did tell him that I can't guarantee him I'm gonna get the mirror back, but I will try to help him, and that's what I want to do. So
his part of the agreement is that if you help him get the thing back, he will tell you who the Godfather's identity is.
Okay.
See you here next year.
I don't even care about the Godfather. I just want to help this guy.
Do we know if he's lying to us or if he's actually telling the right stuff?
Sounds like
we could sense motive. Yeah.
Sense motive.
I'll sense motive to see if he's telling the truth.
Go for it.
Hunt prey on Lord Sortion here. And I've got trust no one active.
Fantastic. Trust no one active. All your guys' rolls, like, he doesn't seem to be like trying to. He's not trying to pull a buck back, you know, where he's like forcing you into something. He is quite literally, in every respect that you guys can tell, just trying to get his mirror back.
Yep.
And if that means it comes at the cost of like betraying some people he apparently has a mutual deal with, he doesn't care. As this dragon has stated, he has lived for hundreds of years. Like,
he just wants his heart back.
Yes.
You know, maybe it's us who should be making the demands, because if, let's be honest here, we are this guy's best chance of getting that mirror ever.
Mm-hmm.
This is a golden opportunity to him. We could make him like do a gios to say you cannot hurt anyone after you get your mirror.
He's waited
I don't think
100 to 1,000 years. He's willing to wait 100 to 1,000 more.
I feel like most of what he's saying, at least, is factual, because, like Swift pointed out, Koinar said they do it every year, blah blah blah. If he was really wanting to get that mirror back and like to hurt people for it, he's a crystal dragon with mirrors. I'm sure there's other things that he could do.
No, this guy seems this guy seems to be pretty interested in us. It doesn't seem like he's like completely banking on us, but if we had somebody charismatic to really sell him on it, I'm just saying it could work out. I'm not that guy.
All eyes turn
if
to
only
Swift.
we had a charismatic character.
Oh boy.
Well, I'll
Swift has been silent.
Step back off the mirror, just to see if that does anything.
Yeah, you step back off the mirror. It doesn't seem to affect him in any way.
Okay.
That's just when
good to know.
Moonplanter is still on it.
I don't think Moonplaner walked on it. He told me.
Yeah,
he stayed behind.
Right in front of it.
Okay.
Lord Sortion, do you have any agreements or alliances with Ingshu Ahi?
He kind of thinks a little bit. Well, I do. He says, it's how I have attained the power to shatter myself.
Figured as much.
And he kind of like, he almost looks a little shamed of himself at that. Like, not like embarrassed by it, but like, I was a stupid fool at times, you know? We're all young ones. But
I'll make mistakes.
What is done is done.
Do you have any obligations to him?
He kind of like sighs. It is because of him it has become somewhat commonplace among dragons to offer ultimatums that, if not taken, will result in the worser conditions of one's being. Not much, or not unlike your current dealings with an old friend of mine.
The reason I ask is we've already faced off against a number of his aspects. We know that he's reforming, we know that he's on his way to return, and we know that the other horrors have already made their appearance. So if you are allied with Morlog in any way, there's no way we can do anything for you.
I'm simply bound not to get in his way and hurt him, he says very specifically. If, by chance, he decides that of all times to come back to power would be now for some reason, I would, of course, use my own army to protect this city here. As I have said, though she would disagree, Koh-i-Noor does not know or understand that I still care for her and her well-being.
Out of character, these two need marriage counseling.
Yeah, they really do. Like, dragon marriage seems to be a very complicated thing, as noted by Cafe and Hubby.
They probably had a marriage. Maybe they had a good marriage longer than most people's entire lives. You don't know.
Yeah.
And then she stole his heart again.
Do we know any therapists around? Maybe we could dump them into a room and let them have at it.
So, is that what you call it nowadays? A therapist, they say. There is usually only one that us dragons go to when it comes to matters of quarrel between us. Unfortunately, he took her side in the whole matter. And then he kind of like, he kind of pulls up the map, I should say. And if I go to the player map here, he like pulls up, like, he whips up his illusion again. In the far west, atop Motif Mountaintop, where one can hear the dragons sing themselves, slumbers the sovereign dragon.
Is this the big boss?
He is who all of us, not just the metals, not just the crystals, even the chromatics. Save for the reds sometimes. They seem to try to take matters into their own hands. Typically they're usually the reason why we have calls to them. And then the illusion changes. He shows you what this dragon looks like.
Ooh, fancy.
The Kieran.
Big gold.
The wisest among us.
Us.
Big golden oriental dragon. I'm sure he's incredibly old.
Old as the author herself, he says with a smile.
I'm close to scale tip too.
He was hatched during the very beginning of this land, when it was all but a manifestation of her will before she became its god.
Interesting information.
What was that, Moonfliner?
Does he accept visitors?
As I've said, atop Motif Mountaintop, he does. Though, if you are to impress him, you must sing a tune worthy of his appearance.
It sounds like
Tangent, bleach, chopsticks.
Tangent and duck duet.
I'm sure you could understand how I've attained so much skill over performing in the years. As you have seen, Translucence knows how to play piano to an extent.
Would you send Translucent with us?
What?
Give me a diplomacy check.
I'm bad at those.
To quote Kicker, and you know, this might be a great idea, but to what end? What do we hope to achieve with Translucence?
Yeah,
well, he just said that sounds like our ticket in.
Okay, yeah, not a bad idea.
Yeah, he kind of like, he considers that for a moment. Translucence is very special to me. And as I have said, he's already taken the side of my mate. All things considered, you would be better off not taking him with you, lest you appear biased. It is something that he despises amongst all others. Bias.
You know, that does bring up a good point. What exactly happened between you and Koanor that made you two split?
He looks now like out of character. He told you, like, she stole his mirror, his heart.
Right,
yeah,
right.
He refused to elaborate further.
That's something that happened, but you know, what led to that?
I did it for her, he says very plaintively.
All I'm gonna say is this is your best chance to give your side of the story to the world. There are bards with us, you know.
Well, I can't give you Translucence. If you are able to get me another audience with the Sovereign, and he kind of like, he actually looks like almost like a little hopeful, like this has opened up his, you know, thought processes a little bit, right? Like, it would be good to have another chance to explain myself.
Well, how did it go down before where he took her side? Because from what you're telling us now, you gave her a gift, you want it back, she refuses to give it to you, and he just sided with her. There's far more to this than that, if he's as wise as you claim.
And he looks like a little, like... He looks like he actually growls, not at you, but he, like, looks forward as if he's seeing somebody in, like, just in his mind's eye, right? Like, what would you creatures call it? A lawyer? These days? My representative, of whomst I called to help me in my case, was the one you call Morlog.
Interesting.
Yes.
Oh.
You chose poorly.
Morlog the lawyer.
Are you laughing in character? Please laugh in character.
I can't even hear
What was
him.
a red dragon as your lawyer?
As I have said, we've all made terrible mistakes in our lives. He says he's trying to like talk over Moon Planner's laughter at this point. Like it's just
Oh yes, Lord Sorshed, mistakes indeed, terrible choices.
I'll be your lawyer this time. I was a lawyer for a friend recently who I got out of jail.
He kind of like it looks almost bemused. Kieran is my lawyer.
Hey.
What?
Closest thing to a dragon.
We pretty much are your lawyers with your mate, so...
One of you two give me a diplomacy.
You.
Yeah, one of you two give me a diplomacy check.
Yeah, Electra, you do that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll to assist.
I also get a +1 for this from my bloodline.
I'll say between all of us standing here and a few that aren't present, we definitely have the gift of gab. I think we could represent you well.
Yeah.
Ooh, he rolled good. Oh, that was Moon Planter. Nice.
Noise?
Yeah, and that's just for the bonus. I think
Yeah.
that gives you
I
pretty
thought that
good
was more
bonus,
like rolling against me or something.
No,
more
rolling to assist.
You're not Warlog. Sortion.
Yes.
This is a prime opportunity, it sounds like.
Yes.
Noise?
And between your guys' roles, he kind of like... He looks among you, like... My, we do have some strong personalities amongst you all. You, he says, looking at Electra, certainly seem the strongest in that respect. He says, calling out your charisma score.
I'm just trying to make things right. It sounds like you did not get the ending that you deserved.
If this can come to an end, it would put me at ease. He says with like a very like a softer expression. If you wish to represent me and you are able to get an audience with them, by all means, I am willing to have you be my representative. I've made dumber decisions in the past.
Actually, this is a smart one.
Yes.
I can try to help you. Like I said, I've already told you that I'd help you in any way that I can.
He smiles at that. If what can be undone, and minds can be changed, let it be so. But, as we have discussed, I won't hold you to any unearthly, draconian quarrel. As you probably know, they go on, and on, and on.
It
And
may be
on.
hard.
And
Yeah.
on.
Yes.
It's nice that you can see things from a mortal perspective.
And he kind of smiles. Of course I can. I was the one who helped Kohinoor start this city in the first place. I know about the quarrels of people, and ponies, and Kirans, and minotaurs, cults, magicians, and even steelhearts. And he gives like a look at Fortuna over there. Though most dragons would not consider them beings, I certainly do.
I suppose quarrels are quarrels, and suffering is suffering no matter who you are.
He nods. Well, with that being said, he pulls back his claws, kind of sets it down. I think our little session here is over.
Okay.
I must depart. As I said, I don't wish to call more of a beacon than already has to this area. I have errands to get to, and you have your guard to be on.
Hey, actually, I feel like we could ask this guy one more question. Which would be
one more thing.
What on earth was he doing in Holbeck? Because he sent mirrors out there.
Did you want to ask that, or do you want me to?
I mean, you know.
Oh, never mind. That's metagaming. You ask it.
If you got it, you might be the best suited for it. Go ahead.
I don't know what you're asking. Just asking what he's
okay.
What he was doing in Holbeck?
I guess you would ask, yeah. Hey, what was the deal back in Holbeck? I saw some of the mirror guys over there. Seems a little bit out of the way with what you're actually concerned with.
You see, when you split one's personality, the greedier aspects of the draconian lifestyle can get the better of some, and I'm sure they sense the presence of something akin to my mirror in that area.
So they're independent?
I have no control over them once I've shattered, to an extent. They act on their own behalves as that shard of my personality would.
Interesting. So we basically, like, I was going to basically say, well, this guy still is beating up all these cities, but it's very obvious now that this is a little bit more complicated than that. At least if he's telling the truth. I'm saying this out of character, of course.
Triple, keep in mind that the mirrors can also join that organization without being this dragon. There's also that.
And yes, it does appear that's the jackals and these mirrors are on fine terms. In fact, I was under the impression up until this point that they were literally allies. But
I mean, not just that, but actually, you can become a mirror and not be this dragon. Remember all those bodies we found in the saloon? Oh yeah, you weren't there for that, but yeah.
I was not there, but thank you for filling me in on that. That's good info. But yeah, I feel like that's a fine enough answer.
Well, Lord Solution, do you think you can keep yourself together so we don't have to encounter
he holds up his claws. I will do my best. But that is your last question.
Safe travels.
Safe travels to you as well, Mr. Planter. And as I've said,
next year,
keep your guard up. And then that's when, like, in the whole outside of the mirrors, like, they light up and the sparkles start going up and up and up and up, and it's like it's recursing up and down into like a single beam of light, and then whoosh, he disappears.
So, in case we are we invited to the ball next year? To get these events?
Well,
yeah, don't. You're pretty cool. Don't come to next year's ball.
Yeah.
You guys are all right.
Well, with that, I think that is a good end to it. Unless you guys wish to discuss a little bit before.
I think we can pick this up next session. There's definitely a lot to go over.
Wonderful.
Yeah, this would be a good thing to start next.
Let's just open up the ballroom. It's open. There we go.
It's open. Yeah.
Mirror's gone.
We did it.
Yes.
We didn't do anything, but we did it.
Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and push the button. So everybody say bye. 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 Bye.